You are live. Hi, everybody. Bear with me. Boomerang. Hi, everybody. This is Mr. Brown. There you go. The Hand of Brown. How are you, everybody? What's today's date? It is Friday, July the 3rd, in the year of our Lord 2026. I am Mr. Brown, and I trust you're all doing pretty good today. Bonus stream. Fancied streaming. Should we get the guests on? Sorry, we're late. We'll get the guests on. Okay, first up, here he is, folks. Smoking his coffee and drinking his cigar. I would kill for a cigar. Mr. Phobos.
It's too hot for cigars now, but how you doing, Brown?
Yeah, not bad. You?
I am doing okay for being 10,000 degrees around here.
I like your new, obviously you're on video avatars at the moment.
Yeah, I'll drop that. But
Captain something or other. Yes.
I'd like to wish
day tomorrow, yes.
Yeah, the Simi Dimmy Simi Hesky Sesquicentennial, as they like to say, or the quarter millennial. Happy birthday, America.
That's why the World Cup was in the US, because it was just a coincidence, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, if they kind of planned it that way, then it really wasn't a coincidence. But yeah, I see what you mean. It was the right time to have it.
Yeah, you know, when they had that big battle 250 years ago, were they specifically thinking, right, okay, 2026, they'll be having a soccer tournament?
Yeah, I think they were mostly just thinking, God, I hope I don't get smallpox. But.
And on that, look, here we go. This is coming in already. Look, here you go. Alonzo Mosley, letters, numbers, wrench. Oh, my friend, don't get that on FNT. You don't. I must admit, I did watch about 10 minutes of it.
Yeah, I don't mind watching them. It's good stuff.
But anyway, it's great to have you on, mate.
Great to be here. Do we have anybody else?
Oh, yes. We have I like that. Welcome to live editing on live editing something. Yay. Should we get the next buddy on?
Yes, let's please do that.
Okay. Here he is, folks. The fully paid up member of the Selfridges Appreciation Society. Here he is. The old mega geek himself, sponsored by Doritos, Ian David Diaz.
Hello, everybody.
You all right?
Not eating Doritos today, I'm eating popcorn.
Pop. Salty, obviously.
No, it's salt and sweet, actually, a mixture, which is quite nice.
But does that salt and sweet, does that not just neutralize?
No, it's fine. You could taste the sweet and the salt. It's quite cool. I might buy more of these. It's lovely. Not shit yet. It depends on what we talk about.
Listen,
it really does.
Everybody in the chat now and ourselves knows it's all shite.
Do you know what? This is no lie. I had a school reunion.
What?
With friends from my secondary school Wednesday. That's why I wasn't on.
The ones that were still alive, yes.
Yeah. You're so true there, mate. I'm telling you now. Anyway, I was talking to my friends and this guy tapped me on the shoulder and he said, "You're not the mega geek, are you?"
Oh.
And I said, "Unfortunately, I am." And he was like, "God, your opinions, man, they're terrible." He said to me, he goes, "But I love the way you say shit." And then he bought me a pint, which is great. So there you go. Yeah, interesting.
That made your night then, yes?
Yeah, good. Made my night.
Did you find out which specific opinions he took offense at?
No, he's joking when he said that. But
okay.
He said
you're a celebrity now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Ian David Diaz.
Dirty face numbers, wrenched. Evening, my friend. Oh, did you hear the cat?
What's that mean?
Did you hear the cat growling then? Was it held in HMP Wandsworth? Drink, everybody.
No, I was in Tooting Broadway, in a pub called the Antelope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nice pub. In fact,
Yeah.
I was quite surprised I could hear him because they were all watching football and they were screaming. I walked in just when England scored a goal and everybody was just jumping up and down, and yeah, it was crazy.
No, they weren't. They were jumping up and down because you'd arrived.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Amazing.
Ian, it's great to have you on.
It's good to be on. Let's get the next one rolling out.
Invites were sent. As always, people are busy, etc., etc. Didn't pick up the messages. This, it was kind of last minute as well. So, Ian, there is another.
Run and get your towels, folks.
Oh.
See, I switched up. See, there's a meta to this, right? Because I usually have this, but Minions came out, so now it's this.
Came out? What? Have you been to Subway?
No. It's a roast beef sandwich. It's
beef.
The flaps vagina joke. There you go.
Beef. How are you, Vex? Good to see you.
I'm good. I'm a wee bit tired, but I'm good. How are you, Mr. Brown? Joke's on you. I don't care. How are you, Mr. David Diaz?
I'm all right. But you know what? Vex secretly loves me. You two
need to do a show. I keep telling you, you two need to do a
podcast. Loves me. She secretly.
You two need to do a show. It'd be dynamite. It'd be fantastic.
We'll just argue all the time, like a horrible
the young
old
and
couple.
The
It'd be amazing.
And the
That's right. That's right.
You could tell Vex why Romulus was shit.
Oh,
how dare you!
We both got fooled by that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We both. That's where we were actually on par, to be honest.
Yep.
It's not good, is it? When you were
no,
I think I turned it off after 15 minutes. I thought this is garbage. Off.
I couldn't switch it off. I was in the cinema, so I couldn't do it.
You were in the cinema. Damn.
Yeah, I saw it in the cinema. I watch every film in the cinema. I try anyway. I didn't see Vigilant. Was it Vigilant? Vigilante, whatever it was.
The Vigilant one, yes.
I didn't see that in the cinema. I saw that at home.
It wasn't out in the cinema, was it?
It got a limited cinematic release. Very limited.
Who watched it in the cinema then? Anybody?
Wasn't near me at all.
No,
it was on Twitter. Uwe put it on Twitter for 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. It did have a small theatrical release, though. I see the Minions were wandering through the Black Forest sometime in the 1930s, Vex.
Wow.
Christ. So you've seen Minions?
Indeed.
Minions and Monsters. Yes,
both of you.
I have both seen it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk about it on Sunday. But if you chat, good evening. By the way, good evening, chat. I can see you.
Yeah. In fact, I mentioned that I liked it and gave a couple of reasons in the chat, and Vex like, "Oh, I'm so glad you noticed that." I'm like, should I be insulted here? Of course, I noticed that.
No, it's just, you know what it is? It's like so many people shit on the Despicable Me IP, and I just don't understand it. Because the first movie came out when I was like 19, so I was already past the prime for like the target audience. But yeah, I just don't understand why it has so much hate. It feels like people just take like these random clips out of context and don't see like how it's a very, very lovely franchise that kind of on the Despicable Me side really props up the benefits of the nuclear family in a fun, applicable way. And then on the Minions side, it's genuinely just silly fun that kind of embraces like the whimsy and wonder of being a young boy. Because I'm sure we've all noticed that most children's media has drifted towards the feminine, Disney being the really big one that's done that,
Oh,
even
very
with
good.
the superhero stuff.
Yes,
So
very
it's
good, yes.
it's nice to see a
Yes,
modern
the-
franchise embrace just like boys kind of being boys, and that's how I see the Minions.
Is that why you
Yeah.
like it then, Vex? Because secretly, deep down in your heart, you're a bit of a
I was
tomboy.
honestly, if it weren't for like how attracted I am to the opposite sex, like there could be a genuine argument for I should have been born a man.
Yeah.
I did like the first one. I thought the first one was really good, quite moving in parts as well. I felt
Right.
No, that because you had a
Yes.
dodgy curry the night before, wasn't it?
There's nothing in the Minions that attacks young boys for being boys. There's no original sin. There's no admonition. It's a celebration of sort of rough play and silliness. And this particular movie had something unexpected in it. True creativity and originality. I was laughing my ass off.
Yep.
There were definitely multiple levels to watch this film, at least until it got toward the end. Then it was the usual toilet humor. But the Minions is a brilliant it's almost impossible to screw it up and make a bad movie. As long as you let the Minions be the Minions, the kids are going to love it. And they're just going to keep nagging their parents to bring them back again and again.
Sometimes I think that it was written by children because just the idea of them saying bottom and they start giggling. Because when I was a kid, I used to think the word bottom made me laugh.
Right.
You know, hysterically.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Vex
was it
is
written by
laughing now.
kids? I don't know. I don't know.
Bex, did you catch the line? They're like, thank you, Max. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Dick.
Yes, I did. I did. Oh, Richard. No, Dick.
Bob. See, I don't, Bob. I don't know who you are. You've changed your name. I don't know who you are now, or was. Bob. 250 years without the crown. Saw what we did there. Wrenched. Minions are the three Stooges. Yet they'd FD it up.
I disagree. I agree on the Three Stooges part, like that I can agree with, but they didn't F it up.
No, the potential's there, but they you know, there's a reason they keep making them and they keep doing well. This thing is going to crush Supergirl this weekend. It is going to grind
It's
it
gonna crush
into
Toy Story
dust.
this weekend too.
Okay, I would say that's a nice segue, but we'll hang fire for a while because I know we all want to talk about Supergirl. Sword in the Storm, Wrenched. Hello, Sword. The Minions answers the question: what if the yellow thing from my Kinder Surprise was alive?
They're tater tots to me. That's how I see them. Little tater tots.
Poppers. Yeah.
This was an interest. I think this will be one of the entries that are the least watched by families because there is so much meta in there that like cinephiles would understand, right? Like this is
files?
Cinephiles.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think there's enough frenetic action and minion stuff going on in the middle of it that the kids are not going to be lost. Well,
what? Go on, sorry, I'm interrupting. Sorry, I'm being.
No,
go ahead,
just
go ahead.
For the thickos like me, cinephile.
As somebody who loves movies and cinema, the history of it, the Hollywood golden age, and that's really what this movie celebrates. Kind of the idealized version of the golden age of Hollywood. The conceit is the Minions went to Hollywood around the 1920s. And you know, Forrest Gump is kind of always in and around behind the action, really causing all the big events, but anonymously through. That's when the Minions, same thing. They become movie stars in the silent pictures. You know, they invent film noir by knocking over some lights and screwing up the lighting on a set. That kind of like, and they have references to Charlie Chaplin and Mary Pickford and Buster Keaton and Humphrey Bogart. Like they go through kind of the history of Hollywood and filmmaking. And it's the Minions in the background and sometimes the foreground there, like the entire time. There's so many Easter eggs and so many, you know, homages.
If I may. Oh, go on, Vex. Go. No.
No, I just wanted to add on to you, like this, like again, oddly enough, this is something that shows up in a Minions film, but it actually pokes fun at a lot of the issues that are plaguing Hollywood right now. So, like, we have the two executives that are voiced by Jeff Bridges and Jesse Eisenberg, the Bright brothers, which are supposed to be the the Warner Brothers, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're like because they have all of the funding and they have all the power and they own the lots and the stuff to make films. They have this very specific vision and they put their directors under a very tight creative microscope to produce exactly what they want, right? So Christoph Waltz's character, I can't remember the name of his character, but he's just like, oh my God, I was trying to do this perfect film that the executives had told me they wanted. And then these minions came out of nowhere and fucked it up. And it turns out they end up liking it. But then they go and have a conversation later on when the minions kind of fuck everything up. And it's just like, because James, who's like the creative minion, because James has this vision of this ultimate monster movie. No one will get on board with him because, you know, Hollywood is a money game. It's just whatever they want. And they also poke fun at how films or shows that honor certain eras of Hollywood always gets like an automatic Oscar or award or whatever. Like they poke fun of that. Like there's a lot of like surprising.
Yeah. So
channel rule, no burping.
One of my favorite things in this movie, if you're familiar with the cinema history, when they transitioned from silent movies to talkies, a lot of the actors didn't have the right voice or the ability to do dialogue. And a lot of them just lost their jobs and were shuffled out of Hollywood. Well, the Minions were very popular in the silent era, but you know, they just speak gibberish nonsense. So at that same period, when they transitioned to talkies, all the Minions got fired, and it sort
they're
of
just
was
like,
a
what are they
reflection
saying?
Yeah, it's a reflection of what really happened, and stuff like that just makes this movie much more rich and imaginative than most of the other entries.
If I may, Duncan,
Idaho.
Oh, thank you. Evening, my friend. I'm tired of hearing about Supergirl. It's a shit film. I want to hear about the successes. Sounds like
agree.
Minions. Yeah.
I agree. I'm sick of hearing about Supergirl. There's nothing more to say.
Yeah, Christoph Waltz was Max. He's the guy, you know.
Thank you.
He's the director, and you know, he was based. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm boomering. He was based on somebody.
He was. It's like I recognized the character design, but the name is not coming off the top of my head. So I want to deep dive all the references because there is a video in the future. Because Hostman's Lounge is a fucking retard. So I'm gonna make a Minions video just to fucking shame him. Also, Georgius Rex, I love you, bro, but fuck you, bro. This is not for the Minecraft audience. Minecraft movie is actual fucking slop. Like, if there is ever a definition of slop, you would put the Minecraft movie right there. The Minions and Despicable Me franchise, I don't know how you can extrapolate and say that's the same audience. I really can't understand that.
They said behind the scenes, Waltz was ad-libbing, giving all the Minions names, and he was naming them after directors like Fellini and Erwan Stroheim. He's naming all of them.
So how many Minions movies has there been now?
So there's 4 Despicable Me films and 3 Minions movies, and then there's a bunch of short films as well that are like 20 minutes. I think there's 4 of those.
So are they still at the kind of printing money stage with these?
They are, yes, but I do like that it's a balanced, right? It's like, yes, they keep making these movies because they are making money. I can agree that like the Despicable Me movies, they do get like they lose their charm entry after entry, but the core tenet is still there about family and fighting evil. The Minions movies is just fun. It's just dumb fun spinning off about these little, you know, these things that are selling by the boatloads when it comes to merch, but the magic is still very much there. I can see that a lot of people are like, oh, well, it only opened to like 12 million on Wednesday. So maybe everyone's over the Minion. No, you fucking retards. It's a Wednesday opening. This is the first opening without a July 4th weekend in the middle of the week.
What?
So it's going to get a huge, this is the first July 4th that we've had on a weekend since 2020 or 2021.
Shit.
Yeah, so it's going to get a huge fucking boost over the weekend. Already, like, just, again, the updated numbers came out this morning. It's sitting at 62 million worldwide right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all gonna have like I swear to God, there's some retard energy on the internet lately because it's like critical thinking has just gone completely out the window.
They've needed that retard energy to defend Supergirl, so everybody is just getting more delusional.
It's the people
than
that
usual.
called Supergirl out though. Like it's those people just like, I guess it's over for the minions. Like, no, you fucking idiot! It's a Wednesday. What did you expect?
Commander Sinclair B5 Wrench. Hello, Jeffrey. Do it, Vex. I'd love to hear your breakdown. The minions.
Oh, it's coming.
Sorry?
It's coming. Don't worry.
And what about the review?
That too will be coming.
Ian, are they selling this movie to you? Are you a
No. I know if Vex says it's good, I'm definitely going to go and see it. She
said
Minions.
Romulus was good. To be fair, but
well, we both said it was good. So
yeah.
But,
okay, so what I say doesn't mean shit. What am I like?
Well,
no, you know
thanks,
what?
Ian. Thanks.
Cheers, Ian. Thanks.
Yeah,
this really is the best of both worlds. It's like because you as a filmmaker.
Wow.
You'll catch all of the references. You'll appreciate seeing a movie that honors like Hollywood and the birth of cinema in the best ways possible. But then you're also going to see like a fun children's movie that doesn't poke fun or demean its audience. Like there's a couple things that I see that people are harping on the internet. It's like, it's woke now, I guess. I'm like,
sure that wasn't Ian,
bro. No, it's stupid things. So like there's mild spoilers. Okay.
Oh no.
So there's an instance where James and Henry and Ed are walking through the soundstage when they first get to Hollywood, and you can see like all the different characters and movies that they're making, and for like 2 seconds you see a caramel colored Cleopatra sitting on a throne. I'd be like, oh, they made her black, like it's woke. 2 seconds, it doesn't harp on it. The other thing too is there's like a women's march that's going through Hollywood at the same time. And it pops up as like a point for one of the subplots, but it's not something the film ever focuses on. And unintentionally, because of how things pan out with that subplot, it proves that you shouldn't trust women at all, and you shouldn't give them the vote because they will always have terrible, terrible taste in men, no matter what.
Here we go.
But
and listen,
here we go.
In history, hold on, Esther, please. As I said, in history, it's true, right, that the women didn't want the vote. Is that true?
Some of them didn't. Not all.
Majority of them didn't want the vote.
Wasn't it?
It was men. It was men that actually got them the vote. Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, because it would have been economically lucrative to have women be voters.
Yeah. But majority of women just wanted to liked the way
doing what they were doing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was men that actually made that vote exist.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have it showing just Friday, which is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Minions at 53 million. That's just for the preview and Friday opening.
I do.
And
I like
Friday numbers aren't. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, I even liked the Despicable Me ones. I liked all of them. All of them made me smile. All of them made me. I said the first one, in my opinion, was the best because it really did have some moving moments in that with the kids and all that. And
very much.
I mean, they're all great movies in my opinion.
I've never seen any of them.
Yeah, they're great. They're really funny as well.
Here you go. Cartoon Man numbers range. Even mate. Suffragettes also bombed buildings. What?
Did they?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
Well,
Yeah.
and they caused prohibition as well. So, but that means before the weekend, Minions has already made more than that movie that we don't want to mention its name has.
We can start towards maybe 30 minutes. We could start doing a segue. There's a couple of super chats to do before 30.
Okay.
Yeah, but we can carry on with Minions.
No, I think this is a great movie. The Despicable Me franchise is a really great example of a new IP, not only bringing like genuine staying power to Hollywood and being successful, but also one that doesn't feel the urge to ever hammer home some like misguided message onto the audience. Like, Ista, I don't know if you had a bunch of Disney previews as well before your screening. But I noticed that all of the film, with the exception of Not Alone, which looked kind of interesting, which is Illumination's next original film, all the Disney films were just pushing this idea of like every child not only is a girl, I guess, but every child is
Jesus.
misguided or misunderstood.
Yeah.
It's pushing into that whole like you have to be unique, like it's great to be absolutely unique kind of deal, as like as a defining trait. And it was very disappointing to see that. And then you contrast that with something like Despicable Me, where it's like you don't have to be unique, you just have to be a good person, you just have to have a good heart, and you have to have things that you're willing to fight for at the end of the day that are good in this world. And it's like I find that the franchise continuously kind of reinforces that, which with each additional entry. And you see Gru, which is the main character, Steve Carell's character, you see like him just overcome a new like layer of evil that was so deeply instilled in him from a very young age because of his mother. You see him like overcome that with these 3 girls that he adopts, with the wife he eventually gets. And in the 4th movie, he has his own son. And now he has to kind of like come to terms with like, I'm trying to figure out how to raise my own child, while also confronting that, oh, I have this long lost brother, and that maybe like blood family isn't always the best family. Like the family you choose sometimes is better, sort of deal. And there's better ways to raise men in this world than with superficial things to desire and whatnot. It's it irks me that people like look at this IP and just think it's fucking slop, when it's actually trying to do what like children's media did when all of us were growing up, which is try to teach us values.
Well, it has a deeper meaning, like the original Disney films. Like the original Disney films had heart, like Robin Hood and the rest of them. The same thing with these films as well. They do. They're just not stupidity. There's things underneath, which I found really entertaining for me anyway. I love the bit where the minions take over the plane. I can't remember which one that was. I was killing myself laughing in the cinema. Do you remember that scene where they had to fly the plane and
the little silver plane?
Yeah, that was
that was in the first movie.
Yeah. Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't there one where they had their own movie and they pretended to be pilots and they got onto the plane? Do you remember that one?
In the first movie, there's a segment where they are flying a plane, but it's like it's brief. It's brief,
right. Right. Okay.
Yeah, and the Minions budget is only 83 million before prints and ads, and
a lot of money.
So it is there. So they are printing money then.
Yeah, it is.
It sounds very popular.
It's at 62 million now, which is only 10 million behind the entire run of that other movie, and it hasn't even hit the weekend yet.
Damn.
But you can see why kids are attracted to the Minions, because again, remember that guy introduces himself. My name is Mr. Ramsbottom. And all you could hear him saying is bottom, and they're laughing. Yeah. You know, I mean, that's what kids would do. Kids, they see the humor in that. And even I saw the humor in that. That's what I'm saying. So it is aimed for kids, but there are a lot of stuff that adults can enjoy as well. So
there's a ton that adults will enjoy in this latest one. I feel this is more for the adults than it is the kids.
All right.
Sorry, go ahead, Ista.
Yeah, who would have thought a movie series about a bunch of living butt plugs would become so popular and make so much money?
Yeah.
So it sounds like you guys are most definitely recommending this movie.
Yeah, it's not really my thing. Like, you know, I've seen them all because of kids, but and I really appreciated the sincerity of the first Despicable Me movie. I mean, it truly was a sort of loving and it was a good wholesome family movie, but this one had something extra. Like I said, if you like cinema, if you like the Hollywood golden age, Prince Grace Kelly, Ingrid Bergman, like there's so many Easter eggs in this thing. So like this normally wouldn't be a movie I would recommend outside of children, but for this one, I'm giving it a pretty serious recommend. Yeah.
I don't have children yet, and I have seen almost all of these in the theaters. I love this franchise, and I love that it's great. It's just fun and it's wholesome, and like I work with kids, so like I'm always surrounded by that children's energy on top of that.
Right, isn't it?
It's wonderful. So I love the whimsy that this franchise has. Like I love it.
Yeah.
I really do love it.
it is 10 times better than that last Toy Story dumpster fire. So
Never
yeah,
Didn't
saw
see it.
wrongly recommend
No,
this.
first Toy Story, not interested in. Ian, did you see Toy Story?
The number 5.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. I
Not
don't know.
interested?
Maybe I'll
Not
catch
interested?
it. No, I don't know. I don't know. I might catch it. I don't.
I'd rather catch COVID.
I don't know.
Okay,
At
should
your
we do-
age, that's I don't know if you want to take that bet, bro.
Oh, cheers,
Hold
Vex.
on.
Shall we? Let's do some supers. Couple of supers. Mog, kettlebell, wrenched, water sport. Evening Mog, $22. I wish you would talk about Supergirl. So do I.
Oh, God,
So
Wait,
do I.
this is the same guy who paid us not to talk about it before.
I think he's doing
Oh.
yes, no, yes, no. But
Uh,
I'll take it if he's paying. I'll take it. Cheers, Mog.
I-
You're a darling. Cheers, my friend.
I wanted to mention there's a robot in the Minions movie named Dort.
Yeah.
It's a direct tribute to the day the
What?
Earth stood still for the robot Gort. Even looks
Oh,
like him.
yeah.
Like I said, just so many references in this thing.
And outdoing Mog is the wonderful Atwell's Otters. I love Haley Atwell. Wrenched. $23. Thank you, my friend. No Mog. Yes, Mog.
How do you get to make a super chat with such an odd number? I don't.
It's just
I
a
can only
quirk
do
in
like
it.
2,
Oh.
5, 10.
It's just
option.
I don't know. It's just a quirkiness.
they
of
might have
this
changed
channel,
it.
isn't it? No, we've had common people's been really up on the kind of funny
Oh.
numbers, so you can do
Okay.
it. Yeah, so you can do it. Somebody mentioned Supergirl, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm happy if my YouTube just works, so I shouldn't complain too much.
Okay. There is a small presentation, folks. There is a small. Oh, here you go.
Oh.
Mog. You can wrench for a spot, by the way. You can type it in.
Oh, I can't the way I'm doing it. And so there is a small presentation. That's the exact line I used to tell all my girlfriends.
Wah, 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 wah. Oh, was it a good? Was it a good presentation though? That's what counts though.
It was small, like I guess
Okay. Vex, are you disappearing? Have you got time to just talk about this?
Yeah, 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes.
Okay. Bear with me then. Okay, let's just boomerang. Bonus live stream. Today's dates. Please like, share, subscribe. Big thank you, channel members, everybody. If you want to donate the channel, that's the most easiest way. No 30%, etc., etc. So if you want to donate the channel, scan that from the comfort of your smartphone.
Do you guys
There
not
is
have
a-
Wise in the UK?
Say again?
Do you guys not have Wise in the UK?
No. What's that?
Oh, okay.
English?
No, I was gonna say it's similar to PayPal, but they take a way
Oh.
smaller cut, and they don't have all of the bullshit that PayPal has been pulling.
Okay,
out.
I think when they scan that comes over as if you select gift. If you gift.
Yeah, there's no fees.
We were going to talk about this on Sunday, but we didn't. But we'll Vex, in honor of Vex.
Mhm. Oh,
Okay, obviously this is last Sunday, but we'll do it anyway. Elon Musk posted Army Hammer's banned film Citizen Vigilante on X for 48 hours.
You did, yeah.
why is this?
Did-
Because I'm here.
I thought you was massively into Citizen Vigilante. I thought you liked it.
Oh, I did a stream on it last Sunday.
I know you did. I know you did.
Did we get a view count? How many people on Twitter watched it?
No, I didn't see.
It's become a hit because of that, hasn't it?
It helped.
Well, it's
It
been pretty
definitely helped.
successful. Yeah.
It's a terrible movie, though.
Oh yeah, god awful movie. Absolutely awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why was it so bad? I think I've seen the first 15 minutes of it.
It's just the filmmaking was terrible. It could have been so much. The premise is good, but the actual filmmaking and script itself was just absolutely awful.
Yeah, you
It's a
could tell
shame,
he was
really.
stretching it out for time. He
Yeah.
didn't have enough content, so some scenes went on way too long, and just there's basically two really satisfying scenes to watch in this, and everything else is just sort of odd, disconnected filler, and a little bit weird about Army Hammer. You don't quite get a grasp on his character. He seems a little weird, a little obsessive, sociopathic kind of, but still the scenes that everybody is talking about, they were very satisfying to watch and cathartic.
Climax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So should we do the next slide?
Sure.
Because Vex, you're on a time limit, so we'll just blast through these. I do believe this is AI. Somebody posted this. Great film. Thanks for bringing more attention to it so more can watch.
Keir Starmer.
Yeah. I thought that was quite amusing. Yeah. So by banning it, they made it popular.
It's just
Streisand
banned in
effect.
one
Yep.
country. It's just one country it's banned in. It's
Germany
available
and
everywhere else.
France, at least.
France got it too. I didn't see
Yep.
that one.
Yeah, France and Germany.
France banned it. Yeah.
Interesting.
As I said, it's a shame really because it's a good premise, and if they had a decent script, I mean, Armie Hammer was good, and they had reasons why he did stuff because the whole thing just felt like it was just thrown in there, and it could have been a good film. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go,
No,
Carl Voigtlander, Wrench was spot on that. I paid as well. Then the next day it was free.
Honestly,
Wow.
because you paid Carl, we'll be getting Citizen Vigilante too.
Yeah.
That's a great segue.
I didn't even know.
That's a great segue. This is from the man himself.
Oh wow.
Well, Yui Ball. Sounds like like one of them funny protein shakes. Keep watching Citizen Vigilante, and we can start shooting part 2 soon.
I would love to see this actually become a franchise because, yeah, as awful as it was, I did enjoy myself. It definitely needs a lot of refinement on the script. I'm there with Mr. David Diaz. I actually didn't mind how low budget like the action sequences are and all that stuff, even if it felt a little bit egregious. But I do agree on the character front. It's like aside from Michael Sanders, which is Armie Hammer's character, besides him basically just being a stand-in for Uwe Boll's beliefs or whatever, he's not actually a character, and he doesn't seem to have any moral dilemmas. Because like I took some issue with the fact, okay, I'm not against you like killing corrupt people and people that cause harm to others, but then you go and kill a bunch of innocent police officers who, at the very least, are on the low end actually arresting these people, not setting them free like the judges are. So it's like
it was
there's
just for action, wasn't it?
It really
was just
was
for action. Yeah.
Yeah, but and you can tell he's got a thing against mold too. But
well,
yeah.
I saw that as like so Uwe's trying to do two things with that useless fucking prostitute scene. One is to show like what a stickler for details Michael Sanders is, which isn't necessary because we had all the scenes of him inspecting his properties before that. And then the second thing was to show that he might have some moral ambiguity and he is just human after all. That's why he goes after tranny looking prostitutes. I was like, there's a much better way we can go around that.
There you go. Benjamin Numbers was part of that.
So what
is it worth watching in a so bad it's good way?
You can watch it. I mean, it's not a very good film, but I was confused. What country was he actually in?
They don't say.
He was Kosovo. Where wasn't it one of the Balkans?
It was filmed in oh god, it starts with
Slovenia,
Crimea. It's filmed
Croatia.
in Crimea.
Yeah,
No, not Croatia. oh God.
Yeah,
what
but
was
I
Glasgow.
thought it was supposed to be Croatia was the country. that
London.
He was not.
Oh no, he intentionally doesn't give the town or country they're in
Right.
a name
Mm.
because it's meant to just be
Yeah.
overall this is
Croatia.
what's happening in Europe.
Well,
Yeah.
because it did feel like it was London, especially on the bus with those kids. But the thing is, over here, if the kids don't pay, the driver just stays in his box. He doesn't come out until they get off the bus, and
Yeah.
everybody suffers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what he
it's
was
weird.
supposed. I mean, that's what he intended. It really could represent any European country. The events that happen in the movie are ripped straight from the headlines.
Yeah, I
And
know.
Yeah.
Yui Bowl sounds like a condition you can pick up in a dirty locker room. Oh man, you got Yui Bowl now. You're not going anywhere.
Or a protein shake.
I mean,
I
what are the
wouldn't want to
chances
drink
of
a
him
Yui Bowl.
bumping into? What are the chances of him bumping into those kids again? Do you know what I mean? It's like 1,000 to 1, isn't it? So, it's just,
Ian, would you like to, for
Um,
Citizen Vigilante 2, perhaps be executive consultant then to tell him how to make a proper movie?
no.
No.
Yeah.
He's not going to listen to me. You know what I
He-
mean? So
my impression was he was following them. It wasn't an
Oh,
accident.
okay.
mm,
Right. There you go. Is that you done then,
wasn't
Vex?
clear. It wasn't clear.
I guess so. If there's no more minions or citizen vigilante talk
Well,
or mentions of Henry Cavill.
Okay. Well, when do you need to pop off? Obviously, we want to keep you as long as possible.
I mean, I can stay for 6 more minutes. How about that? When it turns 6 p.m. for me, I'll leave, or 11 p.m. for you.
If she's going to pop off, I want her to do it on stream though, because
Okay.
that's something we don't get to see.
So, do we want to talk about this for a few more minutes then, or what do we think?
No, we can move. There's not much to say. It's
No,
it's
exactly.
not a
Oh,
it's not a good
Yeah.
film, like by filmmaking
Yeah.
standards. I appreciate what it is trying to
Yeah.
expose the audience to. This is an inherently political film, so like it is kind of on the exact same spectrum as something like One Battle After Another.
yeah. I did want to say it's so unique and refreshing to see the other side's messaging represented so strongly and to be fair, blatantly in a movie. It is messaging, but it's the side that you never get to hear from. That in itself makes it a relatively unique experience. You know, it's along the lines of Sound of Freedom, but not nearly as well made. But I think if he makes money and does a sequel, we might get a chance of having a pretty darn good sequel.
Yeah,
I think I think he can do it.
We did say this is the 2020s equivalent. Could be of Death Wish, couldn't it?
Cider feet. Like
Death Wish
I
was
don't know
so
if you
much
can
better
say that.
though. Death Wish was so
Yeah.
much better. I mean,
Yeah.
well,
you
that
know,
was
if
yeah,
he made it like Death Wish, it would have been 10 times better.
yeah, Cider feet legend. Oh my god.
Wrenched. Citizen Vigilante 2, Migrant Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Punchable Face, I think, asked if it's wankable. It is for the ladies. Listen, can I make a hot
Yeah.
take about Army Hammer?
You're going to.
Sure.
Okay, all right. Hot take. Okay. So Army Hammer got canceled in 2021 because it
did,
turns
yeah.
out that he was into some BDSM stuff and that he sent some like cannibal messages to some women that he was sleeping with, but he didn't actually eat anyone or make plans to eat anyone
Well,
in that way.
Not that way.
Them in the colloquial sense.
Exactly, right? But now if you pay attention to the landscape of modern romance literature, which I
Easy,
do.
Amelia. Yeah. I know you do.
He was. But if you pay attention to that landscape, then you know that the type of men that women devour these books to read about is Cannibal Army Hammer.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense to me that Army Hammer gets canceled for literally being the modern day white woman's sexual fetish.
Sheer double standards. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really
And
is.
he was he just got ran over mindlessly by Me Too, completely unjustified. And he's not a bad actor. He was really good in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. And
It's-
That was a good movie. That was.
See,
Yeah.
like even with how poor Uwe's writing and directing is in this film, Army Hammer literally carries the movie on its back. Like he understood the assignment,
Yeah.
even with how shit of a creative Uwe
Yeah.
is. And I think that tells you a lot of what career he could have had if it hadn't been for that Me Too horseshit.
Yeah.
And there you go.
There's another big name in here. Aidan Quinn plays the police lieutenant, and he kind of struggles with knowing that the law isn't being properly served, and he understands that the justice system is falling apart, but he's still trying to do his job. He didn't do a bad job. I don't think enough people talk about him. And you know, Aidan Quinn was a very decent actor in his day, and I thought he elevated the material as well.
Is that true, Alex Ashkett? I didn't know that. I'm going to look into that now. I'm very curious. Very curious.
Go on then. What?
Oh no, his last comment, Army isn't the problem. Hammer Clan is. They founded both Communist and Socialist Party of America back in the day. I didn't know that.
There you go.
Well, here's hoping the sequel's going to be better and it's got a decent script, because they do have a great premise there, but if they don't do it properly, then it's just all going to fall. It's just all going to fall, isn't it? So.
And you don't even have to refine the script that much, too. It's like the foundation is pretty solid. You just give it some finesse.
Yep.
Yeah, and the fact that this movie is this bad but is still doing this well tells you people are fed up with this stuff. And he certainly has enough material, and I bet people are going to be sending Yui Bowl all kind of script treatments and suggestions and ideas. So we could be looking at something that's really unusual in a sequel. It could be much better.
I'll just say boats and people is the number one issue in the UK at the moment.
Yep.
It's an issue in Canada, too. Very big issue in Canada. Yep.
The idiots are just not getting it. That's all that anybody's bothered about at the moment. Bit of politics. Anyway, okay.
Yep. No,
have we done with that then? Yes.
Yes.
We're done.
Okay.
Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Yes.
I just don't fucking care. Like, guys, it's failed. It's awful. Who cares?
It's important.
To who? To what? Why?
Somebody. It's so shit. It is so shit, and it's so off the mark. If these people in Hollywood are not putting two and two together, then we are truly fucked.
Well, even when they admit defeat here, they're lying. This thing's going to lose 200 to 250 million, not 100 million.
Okay.
Goodbye, gentlemen. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful.
On, last minute, but
See you
no,
later.
I would stay longer if I didn't have last minute obligations.
Yeah, wonderful. Take care.
All right.
See you later.
Cheers, everyone.
Ta-da.
Bye,
Ta-da.
Bex.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
Yeah. The studio said 100 million and everybody ran with it without actually checking the math. And this movie is so underwater, it's not even funny.
Okay. I will say I finally subscribed to IGN. I think it was about time, wasn't it? While Supergirl didn't meet our box office expectations, it's just one component of a broader long-term strategy at DC Studios that we remain confident in. DC Studios co-CEO Peter Safran on the film's underwhelming box office.
If
Look who's
they
here.
don't fire them, then it's a crime. They should be fired, those two now. They really should be.
Look who's here, everybody.
Go on in.
Price of
Hey,
Reason.
Price.
Hey, what's
How you
up?
doing? How you
Hi,
doing,
Price.
Yeah, I just got home. I figured if you were still around, I'd join you.
It's been ages since we've streamed together.
All right, like just a few hours ago.
How are you, fella?
I'm doing good. What did I miss?
Vex.
Nothing.
She was here?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've missed nothing.
Yeah,
Oh,
she was devastated you weren't. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
highly
right.
doubt that, but
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did Citizen Vigilante, essentially. That was all we did. And Minions.
And Minions. She likes Minions. Ista likes Minions as well.
I think I'm going to go see that movie. I just didn't get a chance yet, but I think I'm going to see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Professor
go and
said it
see
was
it.
good too.
Yeah, she loved it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and see it as well.
I think I was saying that everybody should go see Minions then.
Yeah, if you like movies, if you like film, if you like the history of film, yeah.
Yes, I'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yes, which is a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, if you're a hardcore H.P. Lovecraft fan, you might be a little insulted, but otherwise.
Actually, somebody
Yeah.
actually said, and I can't remember who said it, if James Gunn hires the same writer for the Wonder Woman thing,
We'll get to that in a minute.
then you know something's gone wrong. They should fire them, both of them, Saffron and Gunn. They should be both fired because it's obvious it's not working.
Yeah. So, Price, I want to ask you, do you think that 100 million is realistic? Because my math says it's more like 250 million this movie's going to lose.
Well, they never tell the truth about their budgets to begin with, so I'm always suspicious. Only years later you find out that there was some other amount that they never talked about, or that they invested a lot more in marketing that they didn't say. And I think that this movie probably needed to make, in my opinion, like $500 million at the box office just to break even. And it's not making 500 million. It's making somewhere. Did it even get to 100 million until now?
No, it's 83. It's not even going to break 100.
So basically, they probably spent at least, if I'm being very generous, maybe let's say I say $250 million, which is very generous. They spent more, and they only get a box office of 100 and something. They're going to lose between 150 to 200 million, in my opinion, or at least 150 million. 100 million is very conservative that they're losing.
Yeah, they admitted the marketing spend of 130 million, and they've come out and said their net cost was 183. So that's already they're over 300 million in the hole. If they net revenue 50 million from the box office, that's still 250 million underwater.
Yeah, here you go, Dr. Iceman, Evening Dark Wedge. It's dead, not going to make 100 in its theatrical.
Usually these shills try to be nice to these studios for whatever reasons, but there's no point in being nice to them. 100 million is a very conservative estimate. I don't think that they're losing 100. 150 is more kind of the more reasonable estimate. And if you really dig into the numbers at the end, if it turns out they lost 200 million, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, 100 million a day. That's what they're losing.
Do you think they actually thought this would do well, or did they know it was a complete?
No, they knew months ago that it was going to flop. They're really good at that long-term telemetrics, the box office tracking. That's why they pivoted in the marketing and started going after the fans about 4 months ago.
Right.
After the first test screening, they knew they were in trouble.
Okay, chat, we're a week into Supergirl. Anybody seen it yet then?
I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It was
me too,
bad, wasn't it? Have you?
What, Supergirl?
Yeah. Of
course I've seen it.
Or did I just... Oh, okay.
We all saw it. Yeah, it's a bad movie.
I didn't.
It's rubbish. It's absolute
rubbish.
rubbish.
It is
really
rubbish.
Is
I agree.
Total rubbish. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more with you.
Any redeeming qualities at all?
No, the only redeeming.
I could see.
I'll tell you, there's two redeeming things about the movie that make no difference, don't help the movie in any way, but at least I can say something that's mildly positive about them, is that I think that Jason Momoa wanted to have fun with whatever role he was given. He seems to be excited to be there. It's just there's nothing for him to do there because the screenplay doesn't know what to do with him, and he was just shoehorned in reshoots because they thought that the movie sucked and maybe he could improve it, which he couldn't. Same thing with David Cornsweet as Superman. You could tell that they brought him to try to balance this thing, maybe add a little charm or something. And I don't hate David Cornsweet, even though
I don't either.
I think his Superman movie is terrible, but I don't hate him. I think he seems likable. So at least there's some likable person on screen for a few seconds. But again, he's in the movie for a total of like 3 minutes. Lobo is in the movie for like 7 minutes, and those 10 minutes aren't going to save that movie.
Yeah, I thought there was one scene between Lobo and Ruthie that was kind of okay. If you look back at the original comic book, it was supposed to be Lobo and Ruthie with no Supergirl doing True Grit. And that might have actually worked, but not as a foundational movie for the DCU. This would have been a side quest movie that you made years down the road.
Okay, we'll move on.
We haven't moved very far, have we?
Who's this
Oh shit, it's
Joker?
me. It's me. Sorry.
Who's this Joker, Ian?
Yeah, it'd be me. Listen,
It'd be me.
The reason why I put that up is because I wanted people to realize that we have the power. We've always had the power. And Hollywood, they could lie to themselves all they want, but at the end of the day, if we vote with our wallets, they're fucked. End of story. You know, they can keep coughing it up, but still, you know.
I like what you did here, Ian. Dear Hollywood, that's good. That's good. The audience decides whether your movies succeed. Ignore what we want to see, or fill it with the message, and you lose.
And all those three had messages, you know, big or small, whatever. It's all nonsense. People don't want to see these. Look, right. The idea of going to that comic book to make Supergirl is completely and utterly wrong, because that comic book didn't sell very well. So why decide to go to that to make Supergirl? Why couldn't they have? I don't know what her origin was, but it wasn't this, right? Oh, am I wrong, guys?
No, you're not wrong, but
what was her origin? The original origin.
Well, the original. So how are you contrasting the difference, though? What are you trying to say?
Well, in the original origin, as far as I remember, is that Krypton was being destroyed. They sent Clark out, and this other family, which Clark's family didn't know, sent Kara out, but Kara got stuck in space, and Superman, or is it that she was sent out to look after him, or something like that?
She was sent out to look after him, and I think she was always his cousin. But you know,
right.
that might have been. But for the most of the history of comics, it's known that she's actually younger than him. She's older than him in terms of when they were born, but because of space time and everything.
The point I'm trying to make is I saw a cartoon, I think it was like 5 or 7 years ago, when she landed on Earth and she was a teenager and she was trying to cope with what she saw and what she experienced on Earth. She wasn't skipping planets and doing all this nonsense. She actually, you know, learnt about humanity and humility and all that stuff on Earth with the help of Superman from time to time. And that's what they should have done instead of doing the Guardians of the Galaxy with this girl. Do you know what I mean? It's just rubbish.
Well, they fell in love with that Tom King book, and there was no turning back.
Well, we know why.
Which shows that James Gunn has been, you know, overhyped all these years. Basically, people have always said, "Oh, he loves comic books." No, he loves crappy comic books, or he likes taking comics books that he didn't write and changing their entire meaning and everything about them to suit his weird, quirky attitude. Now, in a kind of lightning in a bottle situation, it worked with Guardians of the Galaxy, and I've said this recently like a million times, because most people have not read Guardians of the Galaxy as a comic, don't give a shit about it, so they don't give a shit about what he did with those guys. So it worked that one time that he could do it.
Yeah.
But if you take something like Superman, where so many people are familiar with the lore and familiar with the comics, and you just say, no, I don't want that, I just want to do whatever I want, or let me find this obscure comic that everybody thought was a piece of shit and let me do that, then you're going to get whatever. I don't want to say you're going to get what you deserve, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, nobody's going to go for that.
I mean, just think, right, if they did do it that way and the world was used to Superman, then suddenly there's this woman flying around wearing the same colors and mostly the same costume, the whole world be really curious and try to, who is she? Do you know what I mean? They'll be asking See, that's what they should have done. Just, you know, that's the kind of story, and how she copes with it. And does she cope with fame, or does she hide away? Does she have a secret identity? Do you know what I mean? All that stuff could made a nice, you know, a nice film.
I agree with everything you're saying, Ian. What I think is, if the first Superman movie wasn't a joke, the way that James Gunn made him like a bomb idiot in his own movie, and they already established that he's a good Superman, In the second one, it could be either a Superman and Supergirl movie or whatever you want to call it. But it's like you said, he's minding his own business. He's saving the world, doing whatever. And suddenly she arrives. And then we learn this whole story that, you know, the parents, which didn't want him to conquer the earth, they're just good parents. They sent him, and then her parents sent her. And like you said, the time difference, and, you know, until she got there, he's technically older on Earth. So now she's arrived there, and he sort of has to show her the ropes. Yeah. And you know why that would be good? Because especially since James Gunn didn't really bother giving him much of an origin, this version of it, him actually explaining to her what he went through and how he became Superman and helping her become Supergirl can sort of cover both of these bases. And you can also give her a character arc that she arrives and she doesn't want to be a hero and she doesn't want to be like him. But the more she becomes friends, she goes to work at the, you know, the newspaper or whatever it is, and more she becomes friends with people, and the more she develops like a social life and she starts liking things on Earth, suddenly when there's bad things happening, she wants to help. And at the end, like her character arc, that at the end she wants to be this hero, and gradually she wants to be like Superman. You know what I mean? Like she wants to be Supergirl by the end of it, but make it a lot more wholesome and nice, and don't make it such a miserable bitch.
It was there was that line
actress that looks the part. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, sorry. There was that line in Spider-Man, I think, when he met Iron Man, and it made sense. He says, when the bad things happen, it's because of you. In other words, when bad things happen and you've got all that power and you don't do anything, you know, that kind of weighs heavy on you. And that should have been the thing that happened to Supergirl as well. Because if Supergirl arrived on our planet and she had to integrate into our world and, you know, go to school and all that stuff, and she refuses to be a hero, and then all these bad things happen to her friends and stuff like that, that could have been a good story,
right?
You know she goes finding her way.
But this was never going to be. Supergirl was never really popular. She's a derivative character of somebody. We just got a movie, and the movie wasn't nearly as popular as they like to pretend that it should be. We really needed to get a Batman or a Wonder Woman, you know, or even a Green Lantern or a Martian Manhunter movie to decide to go to Supergirl for your second movie.
Yeah, but instead we're talking about if you know, we had no choice but to make a Supergirl film.
Oh yeah,
that's what we do. That's what we do. You know.
Yeah. There are much better
Guardians again. Yeah, exactly.
Ian, got a question for you. Soul and Storm. Right, Mega, was the cartoon you watched Superman, Batman, Apocalypse?
Oh, that's a great one.
I can't remember. It was such a long time ago, but I do remember a scene where she was flying, and Lois Lane was in a helicopter, and she was arguing with her, saying whether she should rescue this thing or not. And Lois was saying it's your duty, and she was like, "What duty? Do you know, I come from another planet." Blah blah blah. And it was quite interesting. Just the only bit of the cartoon I remember, but I don't know.
You don't remember any of the Dark Side or the New Gods Apocalypse stuff? Because that was a great animated movie, by the way. So.
Okay.
Here you go, Manuel Grell, Numbers Wrenched, Evening Manny. I am sitting here and chuckling to myself how YouTubers are putting way more thought into their reviews than everyone on this production combined.
Well, Ian, did anybody see Joseph Kahn's tweet?
No.
You keep saying they're going to continue to lose money. I don't think they care. So Joseph Kahn is an indie director, and he directed this 2011 movie called Detention. He had a budget of $750,000, and on the first day of shooting, the IATSE people came with their ballot box and unionized, and the movie ended up costing him over $3 million that he had to borrow and scramble to get cash every day just to pay for it. The point was, these people would rather him shut down production and nobody works than to have a production that wasn't union. So I think they're willing to go down with the ship. They're willing to scorch the earth.
They tried that with what's that director's name who did El Mariachi?
Robert Rodriguez.
They tried that with Rodriguez when he was doing Dust Till Dawn. They tried to shut him down, but Robert Rodriguez was quite clever. Do you know what I mean? So they do try to stop you. Like every time I make a low budget film over here, there's always things we have to do underhanded. Like shooting in the road, you're meant to get a thing for the road. You're meant to tell the police that you're shooting there. We just, you know, if we had to cough up money for that, we'd never be able to make a film. So we
Right.
just went out and shot it anyway. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. This is the things you have to do, you know, to get your film
But
made.
my point is they would rather lose money, lose work. They would rather
Exactly.
not have a job than do it any different than the way that they insist and think it should be done.
Yeah, somebody in the chat said a few minutes ago, it's not about the money.
Yeah, no, it really isn't, which is why we keep getting this stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
It's about the execs getting their cut and the right cut when it comes to huge movies.
Okay.
That's why
I've not seen any of those movies on that slide.
Well,
Good for you.
yeah.
Cats
yeah.
drink,
I think
by the way.
the third one is the worst out of all of them.
I refuse to
Third
watch
picture.
that one. I refuse to
so
watch it.
terrible. Yeah.
Platoon just had a video come out about Mando and
Come out.
Grogu, and it's hilarious and it's brilliant, and it basically shows everything wrong with that film.
Okay, I will watch Mando and Grogu when it hits VOD because I think we're going to roast it with Ruin.
It's not out yet?
Not on VOD. Prof, if you want to join, mate, I think I sent you a link. Did I not? Shall we sidestep then?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Who saw this?
Yeah.
Chris Gore, on Monday at the AMC Theatre, I witnessed a worker taking apart the Supergirl standee to put the remains in the trash.
He should have grabbed some of it.
Yeah, that'd be worth a fortune.
Yeah, should have grabbed the S.
This is after the first weekend.
Yeah, that looks like Backrooms when they clear that yellow wall.
Yeah.
But China pulled the movie from theaters before the first week finished. It's not even playing there anymore. So
I feel sorry for the theaters again. As I said,
China and Korea, they love their good-looking people. If you watch their stuff, they're all good-looking, all of them, specimens. Yeah,
they don't like people that look mediocre. They only like that here in Hollywood. They don't even like it in the US. They don't like it anywhere. Only in Hollywood.
Yeah, you should see their lingerie catalogs, man. I have a binder.
Yes, it's a shame. Well, it's not a shame. They deserve it because they made a shit film, and there's no point in blaming us or blaming male this and male that. It's no point.
The manosphere.
They made a shit film. That's why nobody wants to go and see it.
Also, they were trying to appeal to women. So what do they care about the manosphere, right? The target demographic was women. They thought all the women and the feminists would and the activists would go see this. It turns out, what do we always say? There aren't too many of those. When you're making a superhero movie, your primary target audience is men. It's the same way that if you do a romantic comedy, your primary target audience is going to be women. Now, do women sometimes take their boyfriends to see romantic comedies?
Yes.
And the boyfriends just say, fine, I'll watch this shit. Yes, that happens a lot. But and you'll get the ticket out of the guy because he has other things on his mind that he needs to there's the guy has his own agenda. He'll go to this stupid fucking movie. But it's not, he may not like it, but you'll get the money out of him. But if you don't get the women, the men aren't going to be like, wow, I love this rom-com with Jennifer Aniston. I got to go see it. We're not going to say that. We don't give a shit about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they always say that, though. They always say this movie isn't made for you and then blame us when it fails. Their arguments never hold any water. That's why you never see anyone from their side, do an honest piece or do an interview where they're asking follow-up questions. They'll just say, oh, it's obviously misogyny. Anything else, is just an excuse. And the fact is, when you blame it on misogyny, you preemptively eliminated any discussion about the quality or virtues of the film. You've already decided that they're bad. But those arguments do not hold up to any kind of even surface scrutiny.
Here you go, Dr. Iceman wrenched. Didn't the actress in this movie open her mouth and made things worse?
She did, yeah.
She did, yeah.
Yeah, to what extent, it's hard to tell because it wasn't going to do good anyway, but she certainly didn't help. And the whole purpose of spending all that money on a press tour is to help. So,
Well, let's put it this way, half of it is her fault in terms of actress, and half of it isn't. The half that is her fault is she should have just said nothing, and of all the weird shit that she said, better to just have her say nothing. Just walk on the red carpet, wave, and walk away. And the half of it is it was miscast. I mean, they needed an actress that looks super hot. That's the only way. It's the only way you can overcome such obstacles. There have been movies that haven't been that great, but if the woman looks great,
Flashdance.
What'd you say?
Flashdance is a prime example of that.
Flashdance
with
Flashdance.
Jennifer Beals.
What a feeling.
And you know how she was cast in the movie? Legend has it. You know how legend has it she was cast in the movie? Did you ever hear this?
No, go ahead.
You can Google it and you'll see that what I'm going to say now sounds like surreal, but apparently this is what happened. The guy that was like the head of Paramount or whatever studio it was, I don't know what studio did that movie. He was sitting in his office. It's not even that they thought much of this movie. They needed to cast a lady, and he said what I said. Well, it's probably not the best movie, but we need a really hot woman in it. Yeah. So there were 3 pictures on his desk of like the finalists of the 3 ladies that were being considered for this role. And legend has it, he saw out of his window that there were construction workers working on the lot. So he took the 3 pictures, went to the outside, approached the construction people, legend has it, with the 3 pictures and said, guys, fellas, can you come here for a second? And then they said, sure. And he came over and he said, hey, can you look at these 3 pictures and tell me who's the hottest one out of the 3 of these? And they all looked at him and they said, it's her. And they all pointed to Jennifer Beal. So he took the pictures and he says, thank you, gentlemen. And he walked back to his office and said, this one, then take this lady and put her in the movie. Bye.
Yeah, but Demi Moore was also up for that role, and she was really smoking hot. I don't know if that's
construction workers
or
apparently didn't feel that way, and that's exactly how supposedly that's how she was cast in the movie. And you know what? You need something like that. You need at least a woman that people are like, oh, I like her. If there's nothing like that in the movie, you got no shot. And it's not only just for the men, the women. This is the part that they don't tell you. Women, they don't have a camaraderie with women that don't look good. This weird idea that like women feel like they're sisters, the ladies that are like overweight or don't look nice or just look mediocre. It's none of that. The ladies, when they see a movie, they want to see the most pretty woman on the screen. That's what they want to see. They'll tell you all this other shit. And don't believe one word. Sorry if there's ladies watching it. I think present company excluded. They'll say... They'll say, who are we kidding? There's no ladies watching this stream anyways, but the one that's watching,
Amelia.
When the ones that's watching, not you. In any case, they only want to see hot women on the screen too.
Yeah,
I mean,
and this
the
is
actual
Elizabeth.
film itself was absolute rubbish, but Jennifer Beals was off the scales, beautiful. Wasn't she?
Right,
So
she was
that's
hot.
Why, that's the reason why I went to see it.
It's great music. Got great music as well.
Absolutely, and she couldn't even dance. They had to get a
she wasn't the dancer.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cares.
But this movie right here, this is Elizabeth Banks and Charlie's Angels all over again. She's like, man, this isn't made for you. And then 3 weeks later, why didn't you guys show up? Like the hypocrisy is off the scale and they don't even care. They're always going to blame the men.
If I was Chris Gore, I would have asked if I could have that super symbol.
Yeah, I would have as well. I would have. It'd be quite nice hanging in my room. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
You throw darts at it.
Usually the manager takes those things home with them, like the fact that they didn't even care enough to do that.
Okay. Shall we do a bit of a sidestep then, yeah?
Yeah.
Sci-Fi World Museum, which everybody should follow. It's a great it's great on the Twitter ads. A writer with 0 released movies is now in charge of DC's biggest heroines.
Yeah, now she has 1 released movie though.
Well, they're gonna push her aside soon. I reckon they're not gonna. If they do go with her, they're the most stupidest people on the planet.
No. What they'll do is they'll add another person, and they'll make it seem like there's another person working with her, but they probably will keep her even if her contribution is 1 sentence, just so that they don't get don't seem like they don't like women. Maybe.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. When's the last time you saw a movie trailer or a movie where the writer had first billing on the credits, even above the director? The only reason
in the movie,
The Bad Day.
Yeah,
yeah,
she got It's because she's a woman and they wanted to signal that this movie was written by a woman. You never see preview trailers, like even with famous writers,
She's
you
smoking,
rarely
though,
see them
isn't
have
she?
credits.
She's smoking.
She-
Phantom,
yeah.
Phanto Monk. New face.
Monk.
Hello, my friend. Check those boxes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's true. That's true. You know what? She looked all right on the red carpet. They done her hair.
Yeah.
She looked cute. And if she looked like a mess in the film. She didn't even have any makeup. They were saying in the film. I didn't notice personally. But
There you go.
yeah.
It looked like she
Amelia-
had no makeup because I mean she kind of looked like a little boy, and usually the little
Yeah.
boy look means that they don't wear makeup.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
Once again,
let's-
sorry to the lady that Amelia,
yeah.
you. Yeah, sorry.
Mm.
Amelia Bedelia Ranch, evening Amelia. Gunn is using her as a red
yeah.
herring.
Yeah. I don't believe for a second she wrote this movie. This is the James Gunniest movie that ever James gunned. I don't really buy that she wrote this at all.
Do you know what, guys? Did you feel right? So when I was watching this film and the climax happened and
Climax?
Supergirl was, destroying everything and kicking people, and I was thinking to myself, okay, I can go with this, and it had a nice rhythm. Then suddenly it stops for this needle drop, and everything's in slow mo. And I was like, "You're stopping the momentum for this song," and it was just really. The whole thing was bad.
Yeah.
That was
I
just
will
one
again
aspect.
say that with all of
Cider
the
V.
criticism, I have criticism towards some of Zack Snyder's movies and decisions. Such nonsense that I saw in Supergirl, and to be quite honest, even in Superman, I at least Zack Snyder, he was very hyped and excited about what he was doing. He made mistakes, but I
Yeah.
don't think that he thought that Superman was an idiot or that the heroes were like bums. He at least understood that they were heroes.
He
It's the
respected
minimum I'll
them.
give him, even if I don't agree with all of his decisions. You don't have that needle drop. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed this. There was an article while we were now on this stream that a new article that dropped in one of those trades that James Gunn said actually didn't want this song to be the needle drop. You know what needle drop song James Gunn wanted? Not the one that we got.
Don't know.
He wanted Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Ugh.
And at the end, he compromised on the weird shit we got in the movie. Imagine we're watching this movie and at the end, they're playing Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Oh my
I would
God.
argue that that's even worse.
Yeah, that's not what Craig Gillespie said, though. He said Gunn is after 42 tracks of trying it out, Gunn came in and insisted that they use this cover of the middle.
Okay,
I
well,
So
see.
it
somebody's
Well,
not telling the
according to a
truth.
it came in or came out? Came in.
He came in some
In.
direction, that's for sure. But in any
Yeah.
case, some trade is
Sorry.
now, as we speak, are saying it was like the Hollywood Reporter claiming that he
Yeah.
initially at least wanted Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And it's funny because I was in a group
Jesus.
with some people the other day that were talking about this, and they were showing like those funny clips now that you put that needle drop song and everybody's
Yeah.
making fun of it. And I said, honestly, if James Gunn were to make this specific movie like the ones that they were showing, the other ones, he'd probably put like the B-52's Love Shack or something.
Great
He'd
song.
go like with Whip It Devo. He'd find one that's even dumber, more annoying, and has nothing to do with the scene at like for maximum annoying level, you know?
There you go.
Yeah.
Bob, 250 years without the crown wrenched. Defending Zack Snyder. We are way off the reservation. At
I
this
mean, it's
point.
the truth though.
Shit.
It's the truth though. I think that like, you know, I didn't suffer watching his movies the way I suffer watching Guns. I'm sorry.
Nope.
I had issues with them, but not the kind that I
Yeah.
think that I'm not watching Superman on screen, or is that there isn't like a minimum requirement there that the superheroes are in the movie.
But you know what, Price? The reason why Gunn's Superman doesn't work is because Superman was playing Clark Kent even when he was Superman,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah,
that doesn't make
absolutely.
any sense to me.
No, it doesn't
None
make sense.
whatsoever.
Okay.
So,
Shall we?
Well, nobody had fun at the end of this fucking movie. So.
Oh God.
Jennifer Holland says she gave James Gunn notes on his scripts for season 2 of Peacemaker that made him scrap the first drafts and start over. That's when he came up with the story of season 2 that we now have. that's really grounded in the relationships.
I wouldn't be
Oh,
boasting about this, and all
Yeah.
I know is that James Gunn, if he had a shred of something going for him 10, 15 years ago, he doesn't have it anymore. I think that James Gunn needs to step away from all of this. Maybe there's some quirky thing that he could do, give him like low budget movies, back to his roots. Low budget movies do quirky things. Maybe he could do that. I think that he needs to step away from DC. If David Ellison knows what he's doing, I would take
David's
over and-
watching, I know.
I'm
David
sure he-
watches.
this-
Yeah,
this
David
is-
watches, I know.
I heard that this is the only stream that he actually watches. If
Yeah,
he
yeah,
wanted it.
he
This
does.
is
It's
it.
true. It's true, yeah.
So-
David's
Well, it
listen to
definitely felt
Price.
like
He knows what he's on about.
it definitely felt like a woman wrote it, and I wouldn't. I too wouldn't brag about season 2 of Peacemaker. So as it turns out, according to the Hollywood Reporter, they did use "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" in one of the test screenings, and the middle in the other, both chosen by James Gunn and
Oh.
objected to by Gillespie. And I guess the test audience preferred the middle.
Did they play it over when Supergirl killed that guy with the sword?
I think so. I don't know, man. I'm not going to go back and watch it again.
No, I think no, they had already stopped the music.
No,
by then.
there was that part that
Alright.
she's like punching a few people at the same time, and that's when this shitty
Mm.
song came on.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Yep. James Gunn's in trouble.
You know, and I hate to say it, the fact that Star-Lord listened to songs on a Walkman that were like, of Earth, from the 70s, and it was a quirky thing, it doesn't mean that every fucking movie that the actor has to wear the same jacket, put on the same headphones, and listen to the same stupid fucking music, which even in Guardians of the Galaxy was kind of cheesy and annoying. It's not that James Gunn has the best taste in music. That's another myth. People are like, oh, he has such a great taste in his mixtapes. No, he doesn't. He usually chooses pretty cheesy and shitty crap. Some of it maybe has like a place in pop culture, but honestly, if I was doing a mixtape of like 70s, 80s song, none of those songs that he chose would be on them. Most of them would be like, if I have a playlist and those songs are playing, I skip to the next track because like I need to feel like a man again, and I don't feel manly enough with some of the shit that he put on there.
Did anybody watch Creature Commandos? It was all Eastern European heavy metal. He thought it was so edgy, and it was
that
killing
live
my
action?
fucking ears.
Was that
watching
live
stuff.
action or
No, it was
cartoon?
animated, but oh my god, the music was awful. But I could see Gunn going, "Oh, I'm so cool. I know Eastern European heavy metal. I'm so awesome." Like
I'm quite surprised you watched it, Esther.
he's just making the same thing over and over and over
What, the
again.
Creature
It's
Commandos?
like,
I think I watched like an episode of it and I just stopped. It wasn't for me. It couldn't capture my attention. It's just whatever.
well, he does member the Walkman, member the trench coat, member the irreverent tone. This really
But
was Star-Lord, female.
It made
Star-Lord.
sense. It made sense for Star-Lord because he was snatched, wasn't he, at a certain time? So yeah, the music and
Right.
the
You
Walkman
could
they
get
had, it
this
made
is what I
sense,
said at the
right?
beginning. You could
Yeah.
get away with Guardians of the Galaxy in Guardians of the Galaxy. That was a lightning in the bottle situation in a one property that nobody gives a shit about, that you could get away with this weird crap. But to try to keep doing it over and over again and to apply it to properties where it doesn't even fit, that's the problem.
Yeah, and what are they doing on some alien planet, little space bar playing Girl from Ipanema? Like,
Yes, weird.
that shit kind of takes you out of the movie. It's bad enough. Listen, I can't even find my kid in Target when he's gone for 5 minutes, but they land on a planet, they walk across the street to the first Star Wars cantina, and immediately the dude they're looking for is there. It's just so ridiculous. And then the pirates came, and then the yellow sun came up.
Pirates came. What?
I think Esther's right. Maybe James Gunn did write this script and then got this woman in, and she did a little bit of a couple of lines and stuff, and that was it. And he gave all the credit to her.
Coke.
Well,
Credits to her.
here's the thing. She had that one credit for a short, but if you go on the Wayback Machine, she didn't even have that credit a few years ago. So I'm wondering if they just popped that in there to give some justification to making her the
Maybe.
writer of this movie.
I think that he hired people that he felt would be yes men. He went for late stage. I said this
literally.
the other day. He went for late stage Kevin Feige in MCU. When he brought those Rick and Morty people. He brought people that he thought to themselves, Craig Gillespie, 7 out of 8 movies, last 8 movies have been flops. He's going to be thankful to even be here. This lady, who looks nice. She'll be very thankful she's here. I'll explain to her what we're doing, and I'll make sure she quote unquote writes the right screenplay and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not even sure she wrote that much. I think he handed her the pages that she was going to write.
It could be, and then
she might have edited it.
Then you also have Millie Alcock, which, like, you know, with all due respect, she was fine in those 4 episodes of House of the Dragon, but that's really all she did. I mean, her being in an ensemble cast with such other great actors, some of them veteran actors, and doing well in the episodes she was in, was fine. But she didn't carry that franchise. She didn't carry that show. She didn't really carry anything. Did I look at that and think, oh, she's Supergirl? Not really. I thought she could probably be some quirky character actress somewhere else, and maybe she'd be good at it. I didn't see her as Supergirl. And like I said, she could have been Supergirl's best friend at the newspaper where she works.
Yeah, but I don't mind them hiring unknowns to play superheroes. That is a different game entirely.
No, I don't mind, but they have to look and feel like be the part. This lady, with all due respect, she was never the right casting for it.
No, she wasn't. She didn't have the physicality. She didn't have the right look.
Should we do?
Can I just say one more thing? Yeah, sorry, mate. But right, when you're in charge, like Richard Donner, you have to know. You have to know and feel what is right.
Donner?
The amount. Yes, he did create kebabs. the amount of actors they had before they settled with Chris Reeves, before Donner came in, you should have seen them. They were rubbish. And people like Clint Eastwood and all that nonsense, those people didn't know what they were doing at all. Richard Donner, you have to have someone that has the talent. So Richard Donner came in and they interviewed loads of actors. And when Chris Reeves turned up, he knew that was the guy. The look and everything, from his height and everything, he knew. You got to have someone that special to see something through the garbage, if you know what I mean, or the rubbish, as we say.
Yeah, so, well, anyway. Gunn is quirky. His instincts are weird. He'll always go after the slightly bent, the slightly warped thing. Yeah, he has instincts. If you're a trauma filmmaker, that's the deal, though. But he can't play straight men.
Yeah,
Mel Gibson directing a Superman movie. I'd even take Corn Sweat in the lead. I think he could be good with the right material.
But I mean, I know a lot of people disagree with me. I don't think Corn Sweat is a good Superman at all, in my opinion. His look and everything. I don't agree with his look, and I don't agree with the costume, and I don't agree with the casting. Everybody else disagrees with me. That's fine. I would have gone for someone.
I like Henry Cavill. I like Henry Cavill more for the role, but I'll tell you, when I saw his movie, and especially when I saw his audition tape, I thought that Corn Sweat had a much better understanding of what needed to be done there. And Gunn really didn't give him a lot to work with. Is he the best thing that ever happened? Is he the best option for Superman? Probably not. But if there was a really good director, and let's say they stopped with the DCEU and they waited 5 years, and then they did a reset, and they brought this actor, and you had like the best directors, the best writers, and this guy, you gave him a good costume and you directed him properly, I don't think he would ruin the movie. I don't hate him. Even if you not like, I like Cavill better, I don't hate the guy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and he looks more the part, when he's not playing it. If you just look at other press photos of him, he's way more Superman looking before Gunn gets in charge. And so I feel like no matter who they cast, Gunn would have ruined it.
Here you go, new face. I hate Matt Miller. Corn Sweat is. I think he's not being served by this Joker on the screen.
I don't know. So if you look, I keep harking back to Chris Reeve, obviously, for obvious reasons. But if you look at Chris Reeve's face, his eyes, and you look at Corn Sweat, and you look at who's the other guy that took over from Chris Reeve, the one that was in Superman Returns.
Brandon Routh.
Right. Brandon Routh's face is too soft, right? Corn Sweat's face, in my opinion, looks like a round ball or whatever, and he's got big ears.
Yeah.
And Cavill was perfect, but he was a different kind of Superman. Cavill and Chris Reeve, if you look at Chris Reeve's eyes, he can go from being Clark Kent to being a stoic Superman.
Chris Reeve was the GOAT. The GOAT. Until today, I haven't seen casting better than Chris Reeve. That's the truth. He's the GOAT. And I say that over Cavill. I like Cavill. If Chris Reeve not around, I like Cavill. But I'm going to tell you honestly, Reeve's the GOAT.
Yeah, I've actually come around to
Yeah.
Tyler Hoechlin makes a damn good Superman.
he's a
I
great
just-
Superman.
No, he's ugly.
Listen,
He's
no,
ugly.
no, no.
He's
Fantastic.
ugly
Yeah, no,
Superman.
he's really good.
he
really-
doesn't look the part, but he
He's really
acts the
good.
part. But here's the
good.
thing, Ian. He doesn't really have a round face. He doesn't have big ears. Look at other pictures of him that when James Gunn wasn't in charge. He
Maybe
doesn't
it's
look
the
like
makeup then.
he has
Maybe
a
it's the
much more
hairstyle.
chiseled face.
If you
And-
see him on
yeah.
red carpet,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has a much sharper features than somehow it always looks like when Gunn films it using his weird lenses and filters.
You might
No,
be right.
I think he
You might
could
be
be
right.
good.
Can we sidestep?
Go on in. What's this? Oh no.
He's not even. Jennifer Holland talks about Man of Tomorrow. I'll try and read this the best I can. I can tell you that I have never seen an enormous. I'm going to start again. I can tell you that I have seen an enormous portion of the movie, and I'm so excited for Man of Tomorrow. It is different. I don't want to say this. It might be James's best. My favorite movie of James's, and I haven't seen the whole thing yet. I love the movie. I'm really excited about it. It feels like a step up to me in a lot of ways. I'm excited for the people to see it, and he's not even done filming it yet.
Yeah, this is rubbish. She's not saying anything. There's not a single statement of substance in this whole. It's just rubbish. But I'm looking at the picture. Speaking of Flashdance, she's a brainiac. Dun, dun, dun,
That's a
dun,
great song, by the way.
dun,
Michael
yeah.
Sembello's a fantastic
They ought
song.
to, they ought to do Brainiac to that song. But no, she's absolutely saying nothing here. And look, she was so happy with Peacemaker season 2. So what the hell? Who wants to listen to her taste?
She's biased.
Well, what is she going to come out and say? I watched my
Come out?
husband's movie and it sucks. It's even worse.
My
than
husband is the
last one."
best.
Yeah. This is just an advertisement. It shouldn't even be
Okay.
taken seriously.
Shall we just we will see anyway. Occasionally I go over to Instagram. Who saw this? This is a custom made Kenner. I think are these 6 inches? This is a bloke in the UK who's custom made this Kenner set. So he's done the mold, the sculpts, and he's done all the packaging. And it was just like a one-off on eBay. And I think when I looked the other day, it was at about £400. It's like a one-off.
Looks good.
I think that looks fantastic. If that was a genuine Kenner figure, I would buy that. That is fantastic. What do we think?
For 400?
Yeah, looks
No, well, it's custom made. The guy's he's just made it all himself, custom made. Yeah. All right, maybe it's not that good then.
No, I mean it looks good. Have you seen that ridiculous Batman action figure where the fingers move and you can use a magnet to make the eyeballs look in a different direction? And it's like $1,200. It's ridiculous. It's the most intricate action figure I've ever seen. It's about a foot tall. The hands come off. You can replace it. He has a full utility belt with little individual tools that come out and off. It's all magnets. Like I said, the eyeballs move, for God's sake.
Do you know what's interesting is that you won't have, you know, what would really make us turn to Gunn is if he came out and said, okay, right, so you didn't like the first one. Let's have a conversation about it. Tell me what you really want to see in the next one. Tell me where I went wrong so we can correct all this. That's what he should be saying to the fans, because the fans is what makes the film work. But no, they stand behind their arrogance, just thinking that, ignoring everyone's, the majority of people's complaints. And then he's going to carry on like that. How does any of that make sense? It makes no sense.
Don't know.
Right? None whatsoever. Look at the what is it? The Sonic the Hedgehog. People complained about the look. And what did they do? They didn't go, fuck you, this is what you're going to get. They went back and they sorted it. And it's been a success. All 3 films have been a success.
Yeah.
And
that is rare. That almost never happens. But, you know, if he was the kind of guy that could do that, we wouldn't be dealing with these shit movies to begin with.
There you go. The punchable face, wrench, evening punch. They never learn. There you go.
They
should have it on a t-shirt. They never learn.
Yeah, they want to teach you. They don't want to learn.
Yeah. Okay. I would say, folks, go on to eBay UK. Just do Superman the movie. Wait, if I could just do the number there, the item number. It's worth a look. It's worth 5 minutes having a look. So, shall we move on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Stephen Graham is set to star as Neil McCauley in Michael Mann's Heat 2. This was dropping today, everybody. Originally played by Bob De Niro.
As what, though?
I don't.
As what?
As he's playing Neil McCauley.
He's playing Robert De Niro's.
What? Like 10 years older or 10 years younger?
It looks
it
like
can't
30
be younger.
Years older.
Yes, I'm saying he can't be younger, can it?
I think he's supposed to be younger, but it doesn't look that way.
Well, he can't be older because he's dead.
Right.
Yeah.
This whole Heat 2 idea sucks. I don't think they should make this movie.
What's there? They told the story. What's left to tell? This is a shameless cash grab.
But he looks nothing like him, and he looks like he's in his 50s or whatever, which he was in the original film. What the fuck? What's going on? Makes no sense.
No,
makes no sense. I like Stephen Graham. I think he's a great actor, but you should really come out of this movie.
Come out.
Oh, I get it. They're going to do a heist, and they're going to have a woman along with them who's constantly nagging them, telling what they're doing wrong, pointing out all the mistakes they're making. And as they're walking out of the bank, she then runs to the cops and points out everything they're doing wrong too.
This can't be right because that doesn't make any sense. Because Stephen Graham doesn't look like him. Also, if he's playing a younger version of him, he's the same age as he was in the original film. So this must be.
Don't know.
This must be made up. Surely it's
no.
Why? No, what?
Because it's the internet. It's true. It's not made up. All this was dropping today.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. I think it's made up. I think
he might be playing a different character, but I believe that he was cast. Because didn't we have some other casting announcements today? Or
there is. We'll do that in a second. Here you go. Look, Cartoon Man, numbers wrenched. I lost respect after he did Adolescence.
Yeah. He's just a hired actor. Do you know what I mean? So can't blame him for the rubbish that they had in that show.
Oh, Manuel Grell, Children of Heat, like Children of Doom.
Sounds like Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did like Heat. Thought it was a great movie.
Great movie. Shall we sidestep then?
Sure.
What's this?
Christian Bale will play Vincent Hanna in Heat 2, the role originally played by Al Pacino.
That doesn't make any sense.
Leonardo DiCaprio will play Chris.
Don't do it.
The role originally played by Val Kilmer.
This whole thing has to be scrapped. This is a terrible idea.
Yeah, they're going to do it.
Filming begins in November.
It makes no sense because they're the same age as the people that were in the film. If this is a what you call it, a prequel, it doesn't make any sense because they're the same age. It's like, what are we doing here?
What if it's the month before they started doing? I don't know.
Makes no sense.
When did Hollywood care about something making sense, Ian?
You're right. I mean, look at Greece. None of them were teenagers in that.
Look at the Odyssey. Look at ancient Greece.
Here you go. Caravaggio numbers. Hello, my friend. Man has been trying to get this film made for years.
Yeah. It's going to be a prequel, though. I found that out. It covers the formative years of Detective Vincent Hanna and the criminals Neil McCauley and Chris Shiherlis. So this is a prequel.
Hi, Vex. Prices on top,
You're back.
prices,
Hey, Vex.
prices on top of you.
Oh.
It wouldn't be the first time.
No. No, I'm waiting for George again, so I am back until then.
Okay.
We're talking.
What do you
Heat.
think of Heat, Vex? Yeah, what did you
Okay.
think of Heat?
Can I have a hot take?
Should we just do the first one? Let it go.
Yeah, I would expect
We'll
nothing less.
just go back. So Stephen Graham to star as Neil McCauley in Michael Mann's Heat 2.
I've never seen all of Heat 1.
Oh, you're fucking joking.
I'm not joking. I've seen bits and pieces.
It's an amazing, it's a great film.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I will watch it now that
Fantastic
Christian
film.
Bale is in the sequel because Christian Bale's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah. Oh, good for you.
Good for you.
Oh, good for you.
Yo!
Batman.
See what I
Yeah,
did
since
there?
it's a prequel, they'll just call it Warm or
Okay,
Tepid.
so what's the hot take then, Bex?
That was my hot take. I haven't seen all of the movie.
Oh, okay. Should kill it. Oh, what?
Stream killer.
What?
What?
Oh, you know
know
what?
what
I
to
will
say.
get around to it next week now. I will push it up the list.
So did Storm Wrench. I found Heat boring as fuck.
I bet you love the winter, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
It-
I think I fell asleep.
it's a good film, but you know, it's quite a long film as
You
well.
have to be
but
in the
it's
mood
very-
to watch it.
It's very well made and it's very
Yeah.
well performed by everybody involved. So
Yeah, you have to be in the mood to watch it, but it's a good movie. Okay, should we move on then? Yeah.
yeah, why not? Back to the Future.
Back to the Future was released 41 years ago today. That is today. 5 weeks into filming, Eric Stoltz was fired and replaced by Michael J. Fox. Nearly every scene had to be reshot, making it one of the most expensive casting changes in Hollywood history.
I want to ask a question, right? That line where he says the life preserver, that must have been creative when Michael J. Fox started, because if you see the clips with Eric Stoltz, he doesn't wear a life.
He doesn't
preserver.
wear
He
the
wear
life
He doesn't wear
preserver,
it. Yeah, yeah. So it's interesting.
Well, they did have to film a lot of the stuff again. I mean, when you see
At
Michael J.
night.
Fox, in most of the cases, they had to refilm the scenes. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. You know, the woman that played his mom, I can't remember her name. What's her name?
Leah Thompson.
Leah Thompson hated Michael J. Fox because she was friends with Eric Stoltz. She really did make they both made good friends, and then after 5 weeks they fired him, and so she didn't really like Michael J. Fox because of that fact. But towards the end of the filming, she really got to like him. So there you go.
Yeah, he's a very likable guy.
He seems like a likable guy. I don't know why. I could be wrong on this, but it feels like Michael J. Fox seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, he was originally, he's who they wanted, but what Family Ties wouldn't let him go initially, and so they went with Stoltz, and it wasn't working. So
they made a deal, didn't they?
So he was shooting that program during the day, and then at night he would do Back to the Future.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing: Fox didn't even know he lost the role because they never bothered talking to him once they talked to the studio and they said he couldn't do it. So he didn't even know at first. And he only found out.
He actually said that his agent rang him up, and they told him the whole situation. They said, "Do you want to do this? You'll be doing nights mostly, and then you'll be doing." And Michael J. Fox, I said, "I don't know," and he said, "Well, who's producing it and who's directing it?"
Yeah,
went Steven Spielberg, and he went, "Right, I'm on it."
Yeah, yep,
so once he heard Spielberg's name.
There was another thing, and I actually talked about it last night on the stream. I don't know if Brown was already there, but from what I recall in one of the interviews, he said basically he didn't even know what the movie was. He didn't read a script.
And
they said, "Do you need to read a script? It's Steven Spielberg producing it." He's like, "I don't need to do anything. Tell him I'm in. I'll do it. I'll do it." And you know, the reason I brought it up yesterday, because we were talking about Christopher Nolan, and I said, you know, some of these actors that maybe were bad casting for Odyssey, like Lupita, she gets a call from Christopher Nolan or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, I'd love for you to be in my movie." She's saying yes, no matter what. She doesn't know what that role is. She doesn't care. There's no way she's not saying yes to Christopher Nolan. And I think that's why whatever problems there are with this movie, I'm really pinning it on him more than the cast or anybody else.
But I've got the 4K of Back to the Future. There's, remember that scene where the father comes and he says, "Marty, I've got to ask so and so out," and the bit where he's trying to open the Coke bottle, you can see that Michael J. Fox is fucked. If you look at that scene carefully, look at his face. It's like he's gonna drop. I mean, the 4K version, if you watch it and you see Michael J. Fox, you can tell he's knackered. He's so tired in that shot, that scene. If you get a chance, look at that scene again. If you've got 4K,
But you know why it works? Because I think. Which was the one that he with Darth Vader the night before? He had to be up in the middle of the night and wake him up.
Yeah.
So you think maybe he was tired because he had to do this in the middle of the night.
Well, where he was, you could tell in that scene. You can tell he's. Really
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. But I'm just saying that, like, there's at least an in movie explanation that you could say, well, he was up last night,
maybe,
pretending to be Darth Vader with Eddie Van Halen cassette. So yeah.
Vex, have you heard of Back to the Future?
No, I've only seen From the Past.
Yeah.
No, I've watched all of these. It's been a while though, so they're due for a rewatch. But I remember enjoying these quite a bit, even the incesty bits.
Okay, would this have been a hit then? If it had been made with all Stoltz, where do you think it would have been?
I think Michael J. Fox has a little more of that like boyish charisma compared to Eric Stoltz. In all honesty,
that's true. Yeah.
Stoltz has too much sort of that inner turmoil thing going on. He's definitely more of the poet
emo
type.
and serious.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good actor and I like him, but he wasn't right.
He couldn't be Marty McFly. This wasn't the role for him.
He's
more
more of a
than
dramatic actor, Stoltz. That's the thing.
Okay.
Michael Jackson. It's Michael Jackson.
Michael
J. Fox.
Motherfucker.
Like, I don't think Emily Blunt was right for Peggy Carter either. I'm glad she turned the role down.
Okay,
Atwell.
if you listen to some of the podcasts when they were talking to Chris Lloyd was convinced he was going to get fired, because what they did is they let Eric Stoltz go. And they told everybody, we need to see you in the office. And they gave them times. And Chris Lloyd was like, I'm fucked. I'm going to get fired.
We're all fucked.
Yeah. So, yeah, interesting.
It is one of the greatest movies ever made.
Final comment I want to make is that the reason why Christopher Lloyd is always kind of crouching in his scenes, because initially Stoltz was taller than Michael J. Fox. They thought to themselves, we need actors at a certain height. Michael J. Fox was significantly shorter, and when he did the scenes with Doc Brown, you could really notice it. So I guess Christopher Lloyd had to crouch a lot and do these weird kind of things. I don't know if you noticed, but he does something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
It works with his personality, though.
It does, yes.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day was released on this day, July 3, 1991.
How weird, because I've got a back scratcher and I've got the hand from Terminator to Judgment Day, and that's right up there. It's right up there.
Gosh, great movie.
I saw it in the theater.
So did I.
Like 4 or 5 times we did.
Wait a second. Hold on. How old were you when you saw it in the theater, Price?
I was
35.
No,
42.
I was a rather
82.
I was a rather youthful what's considered a teenager. I was probably I'm trying to think of my age here.
Welcome to doxing on doxing.
I don't want to dox.
Price never gives out any personal information. So I'm like, wait, you saw this in the theater. So that means you had to have been over the age of 13.
Or with
I
a
don't
parent.
know. I mean, I'll tell you this, Vex. Back
18,
in the day,
yeah.
I went with 3 other kids to watch this. And let's just say that back in the day, they were very loose when it came to letting you in the theater.
I can do it.
Yeah.
Like if you bought a ticket and there was some usually some other teenagers selling those tickets and you bought those tickets, I don't think anybody asked any questions. Nobody cared. Like you just bought the tickets and went in.
Very good.
Okay, well, you said what is considered teenager, so I'm going to guess 15.
Okay, we're getting bogged down, but
we never had trouble.
I was not a teenager yet. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah, we saw rated R movies when we were 12 and never had any problem getting into the.
No, I just want to know more about Price. That's really all.
I see.
Because he's so secretive.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you're secretive too. What do I know? I mean, I know
how
that.
am I secretive? Like I can tell you that I was July 3rd, so I was still 5 months away from being born.
Yeah.
So did you see the movie?
Stream, man. How secretive could she be?
Did you see the movie on release day then, Vex?
No, I didn't. Unfortunately, I missed out that day.
At least I don't think I'm old enough to be Vex's father. That's something new. At least now I know that.
Father.
I already had a mortgage when I saw this on release day.
I love this film. I think that this film is absolutely terrific.
Your bum so dirty? Huh? Why is your booty
Yeah.
so dirty?
Dr. Iceman mentioned, I was 2 years old when this came out. What?
Jeez.
I remember seeing this in Leicester Square. They had the screen in Leicester Square. It's one of the biggest cinemas, and I went. I loved every moment of it. Loved every moment of it.
Yeah, I think I was
Great
30.
movie.
So
I think I was 23.
Older.
How old were you, Roger? How old were you, Munchkin?
Sorry, there's a cat lying right next to my mic. He's so cute.
How is
so
your
cute.
pussy?
He's full of fish. He's full of fish food. He's a
God,
little fish one.
People would pay for drink, by the way. People would pay for that.
The T1000 effects, I remember we were just blown away
Oh, well done for
At
getting it
the-
back on track. Well done.
at the CGI of this.
That was the height of cool, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Watching
when he
that
melted
film.
into the floor and then, you
Yeah.
know, oh my God, it was.
So James Gunn, this is cool. This is kind of punk rock. This film.
Yeah,
Your films are shit.
Strong female lead as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very much so. Very
Had
much.
everything
nobody-
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody complained. Nobody mentioned any, you know,
Just fucking
nobody
loved
had
it.
a
We
problem.
just soaked it up, didn't we?
Yeah. But remember,
I remember
they don't
my-
think that. That's just their excuse. That's their damage control. Nobody actually believes that people have a
I-
problem with female leads.
I remember my friends always used to take the mickey. They of that bit, the scene where he goes, "I can't hold this." Remember that scene when the guy's holding the detonator? Do you remember?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
Dyson?
yeah, yeah.
It's holding the scene. I remember my friends used to
That
take
was
the
a
mickey out of that. He used to say that.
Incredible tension.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. I always wonder, you know, we will argue, we'll debate. Like I said, nobody
Mass
really
debates.
believes that we're but is it better just to ignore them when they say stupid shit like that? Should we just say, "Oh, sod off"? You know, it's not
No,
true.
ignore
Yeah,
them.
just
It
say
could
get
just-
fucked. You don't know what you're
No,
on.
Yeah.
I don't even do that. I just think that, like, I put a couple of posts up on Galaxy Gals, and I got a lot
What?
of people attacking me. There's a Facebook page where you talk about, sci-fi and all kinds of movies and stuff. And I put something up with Supergirl, and I got attacked big time. And I just didn't even answer them.
It's
Just let
just-
them rip. You know
It's
what I mean?
just browbeating. It's just
rip.
brinksmanship, just telling you that they're better. They're just trying to put you in your place. That's all it is. It's just browbeating. Yeah.
They get very annoyed when you don't say anything.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere for
Yeah.
them to go when you don't say anything as
I'm
well. So
right.
they have
You're
to
wrong.
stop.
That's all it is.
They have to stop. Yeah. So
I sent you a picture of my pussy, Brown.
Oh, thank you.
um,
I look forward to looking at that after the stream. then.
oh dear.
Okay, shall we move on then? Great movie. Special edition is the one to watch. Fantastic movie. Still holds up even now.
Yeah, Vex, haven't we seen your pussy on camera before?
You've seen one of them, yes.
Independence Day was released 30 years ago today. That's today. The White House reportedly refused to cooperate with the production after learning it involved Area 51 and UFOs. Roland Emmerich joked that the government feared the film will get too close to the truth.
That's crazy, actually.
Same thing with Close Encounters as well. They wouldn't
Yeah.
cooperate with Spielberg on
Yeah.
Close Encounters either. So
Yeah, if this film though is close to the truth, we're all in trouble.
yep. But
Didn't-
there's one thing in this film that the corridor crew pointed out, right? And I don't know if you saw that episode. You know the bit where the UFO first appears and it fires at the building where King Kong went up. What was that building called?
King
Yeah,
Kong.
the
Yes,
Chrysler
Empire
Building.
State Building.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
well,
it fires at that, right? They took that effect and they turned it upside down when the guy fires, when he says "fuck you" and he fires at the ship at the ending. It's the same shot. So if you look at that film carefully,
Oh.
it's the same shot, and they turned it upside down, so it looked like something was poking out of the ship. It's the same shot, and I was really amazed. It's just I couldn't believe that's what they did. all that
The
money.
sh-
They just
the shields on the alien ships for
Yeah.
the time were just amazing.
and what's
know,
his
the
name?
green
Will Smith was
shields.
terrific in this film.
Yeah,
Perfect
it's like
so
your
cast.
good in this film.
finest hour here. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, really good in this
it's
film.
a really
Welcome
good movie.
to Earth. That scene where he punches him and he says, "Welcome to Earth," and that's what I call a close encounter. Everybody in the cinema just cracked up with laughter. Such a good film. Really silly and dopey, but really enjoyable. This film.
It's very definition of a popcorn movie. Sorry.
Yeah,
go on.
Yeah.
it is.
It's well written. It has proper setups and payoffs, everything that we don't get today in movies. And it
Was it the
didn't
last?
take itself too seriously.
Wasn't it one of the last movies to use proper practical effects
Yeah.
as well?
Wow. Yeah, one of. There are a few
Yeah.
more after that. Yeah. Amazing effects though. Really, really.
fantastic
I remember
movie.
seeing the trailer when he saw the White House get blown up. I was like, I'm there.
Fantastic.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm there. great
30
film.
years. 30 years ago. Damn.
Yeah.
Shall we? Men in Black 11 was released 24 years ago today. Michael Jackson, Shimon motherfucker, personally asked to appear in the sequel after loving the first film. Barry Sonnenfeld gave him a cameo as Agent M, complete with his own pitch to join the Men in Black full time.
I don't remember this at all. I need to rewatch Men in Black too.
I think he was he in the first one? I don't think he was in the second
No,
one.
I don't think so.
No. He just liked
This
it.
was the first one.
Yeah,
No,
but,
this was Men in Black 11.
but he's done this a bunch. He wanted to be in the Star Wars prequels. Michael Jackson loves science fiction. Hell, one of his songs is about the Force.
I saw an interview once with Barry Sonnenfeld, and he gave a really interesting glimpse into what Michael Jackson was like, because he said that it was extremely difficult to film that one scene with him, and that he was kind of scared and didn't want to come out of his dressing room, and he thought he would be bad, and he was like paranoid, and he kept like going in and out and behaving like in a very eccentric and weird way. And Barry Sonnenfeld was already calling like his management, and they're thinking maybe they'll just ask him to leave or something. Like they didn't know what to do with him, and finally at the end they somehow got a scene out of him, but he was behaving very erratically and very difficult to communicate with, apparently.
Oh no.
Come on.
I actually think the first one was the
Very
best
good.
one. The rest of them,
Yeah.
second one
First
wasn't
one's fantastic.
bad. The first one's great. What a great concept.
Go on, Vex.
Yeah.
The second one is the one with Rosario Dawson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought her whole
Yeah.
plot line was
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
stupid.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
right. Absolutely right.
I remember all of them being shit except for the first one.
The first
You know
one was
what's-
probably the only good
First
one.
one was really good.
Do you know what the
Yeah.
best scene in the first one is? Is when they go to Jeeves's shop and he's like, show me the weapons, Jeeves. Remember that scene where he shoots him in the head and his head grows back? I think that scene's the best scene in the entire movie. I really love,
We'd
especially.
never
Sorry, go ahead. Go on.
No, but just saying,
Go on.
we'd never seen anything so quirky and so
Yeah,
good with the
yeah.
special effects and the alien effects, and it was just really good.
Yeah.
I
I
only
like the
learned,
Egger scenes with D'Onofrio. Those were brilliant.
Yeah, I was gonna say I only learned last year that was Vincent D'Onofrio, and that was like a performance that like fucking terrified me as a kid. So
He's really good in that.
yeah, he's amazing in that. Carries the movie.
Totally.
I think the movie is terrific. I think
Totally.
it's a great concept, and it was great. It was
Yeah,
fantastically performed by all involved, especially Rip Torn and obviously what's his name?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah, brilliant film.
Yeah. My favorite line is, "I'm going to have to buy the White Album again."
Do you know what? It was only 86 minutes long. The film. It was
Really?
really
Nice-
short.
Nice
Yeah,
sword.
yeah.
Right,
It's
okay.
very short.
Okay. Sword, we've nearly finished anyway, mate. So, okay. Should we just do one more and then we'll.
Maybe got that wrong. I know it's 87.
No, do more. We can do
Okay.
more than one.
This was announced today.
Oh,
Gavin Unit. Star Trek 4 The Voyage Home is voyaging back to the UK cinema this September in celebration of the 40th anniversary of the film and the 60th anniversary of Star Trek.
I like it. I like it now. First time I saw it, I didn't like it, but the second time, third time I saw it, it grew on me, and then I watched it on TV and it grew on me because I was so used to it.
Yeah,
you so used to it being serious, the 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
but this put a lot of humor into it. The actual score for this one is absolutely shit. But yeah.
Have you guys seen the new Supergirl news?
No. What happened? What happened, Vex?
I'll send the link in the private chat.
Is that the one where James Gunn wanted girls just want to have fun?
No, there were 2 cuts of Supergirl. Craig Gillespie's was 11 minutes longer, and then there was Gunn's, which is the one
right. And in the same article, it said that initially James Gunn, instead of the needle drop, the middle song, he wanted the song "Girls Just Want to Have Fun."
Honestly, that actually would have been better. Like, not by much, but it would have been better than the shitty cover of "In the Middle."
It could have been worse too. I don't know.
That cover is just awful.
That cover is bad.
Yeah.
But you know that the dog pissing on that newspaper, it wasn't even in a bowl It wasn't even in a bowl or anything. My God, that shit must have stunk to high heavens.
Wasn't a real dog, by the way.
It was CGI piss.
Was it genuine? Was it genuine CGI? It's close, but
Ian or Mr. David Diaz, sorry, I can explain to you why that piss didn't smell or bother Supergirl. It's because she is a modern woman, and modern women enjoy being, pissed and shat on. That's why so many of them did buy.
Okay.
Well, she's clearly used to living in filth, so.
I like this film. Anybody like this film? Anyone?
Yeah, I love this film.
I'm going to go see it when it's out. Yeah.
That line.
So only in the UK, they're not releasing this in the States? Seems odd.
No, they might do.
They
might do.
Yeah.
Do you like Italian? Yes. No. Yes. No.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. No.
Well, it says UK cinemas. So
okay. Well, does it? Oh yeah. Well, that's Gavin. He might have, mistyped. Gavin, are you there, Gavin? Help me out.
It's 40th anniversary, so it'll be around the world, won't it? It won't be just UK. It'll be.
If there is here you go. Is there a popcorn bucket? If there was, it'd be the Bird of Prey, wouldn't it? That'd be a great popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, it's coming out here too in September.
There you go.
Okay. Are we done then? Have we done?
We can do one more.
I don't know what's next though. That's a problem. Oh. I'll tell you what. Look, in honor of Vex, we'll do one more. Yeah.
Not in honor of me, in honor of you. It's your channel.
No.
What's this?
This is where Xbox is working on a disc to digital feature that will allow players to get digital copies of their physical games. Vex?
I'm actually very curious as to what the catch is here. Because it's just so Xbox has been phasing out. They closed their physical division 2 or 3 years ago now. So now if you want to get a physical game, if it's not through a third-party publisher, it's through a company called Limited Run Games, which if you deep dive them, they're an absolutely atrocious company, not just for how they treat their employees, but just for quality control. But PlayStation just announced, too, that they're ending all physical releases starting in 2028. So anything that comes out after, I can't remember if it's January 1st or July 1st, 2028, there won't be any more physical discs. So, but like on Xbox, like as a win for Xbox, they've actually been pretty good when it comes to the preservation stuff, especially with like the backwards compatibility and all that, as well as being able to still access the storefronts on their older consoles. So I'm curious, but I'm not a fan of it. I always go out of my way to buy physical copies of all my games. Like the only ones that I've bought digitally I bought a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2 digitally, which I later replaced with a physical copy.
Yeah.
And I bought Boyfriend Dungeon digitally because it only had a digital release. So,
Ooh.
Boyfriend Dungeon, play it. I'm going to shill that game. It's so much fun.
Halo is coming out. I love Halo. Even though I haven't got a console.
I don't think you'll like this Halo, Brown. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
It's combat devolved.
Oh, okay. It looks good though. It looks very pretty.
Well, this makes sense. They're trying to get rid of physical media, so this is helping people get rid of their discs.
Yeah,
That's probably what they want.
Well, we want to own physical discs, don't we?
The timing is just like so poor because we have the Stop Killing Games thing that's still going on in the UK. There's a clip that Louis Rossman or video he put out today or yesterday about a woman from the ESA in California. She approached the there was a law or something. Basically, the ESA lied through their fucking teeth by saying that online servers in Minecraft are illegal. And that way it justifies not having to care about owning or having servers stay online past, the 5-10 years someone may own the game.
Yeah.
This woman's logic was just so fucking abysmal. Go ahead.
Yeah, the EU just shut down the Stop Killing Games, like they rejected all of their first round proposals. So
yeah,
it's not dead in the water yet, but it was certainly a big defeat for the movement.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, it is what it is. Like GTA 6 is the first batch or the official release in November. That's digital only for consoles. Even if you pre-order a physical one,
renting it then.
Yeah. Until gamers stop buying games, until they can get physical media, then they're going to continue to get run over. It's
honestly, I think it's too late to even backtrack on that. Like there was
maybe.
I can't remember what the Nib on Twitter, he put out a good breakdown of the physical versus digital sales for some of PlayStation's bigger releases, but most of them were PlayStation 4, not PlayStation 5. But like just digital games have way more access, especially when everything you buy now is like 60 gigabytes or bigger. There's always a day one patch that you have to install in order to play the game. So if you pre-order it or buy it digitally, you can have it install and get all the updates while you're sleeping or while you're at work, and then you're done, right? It's the ease of convenience. And like, this is why I call gamers fucking retards. Like, sorry if that offends you, but like gamers are fucking retards because they have allowed so much to destroy this medium of entertainment, and it's too late to go back because everyone is so used to the way things are now, and they don't want the inconvenience of having to go buy a disc, of having to pay a little bit more for things, of having to actually
no, digital's not going to be any cheaper. They're not paying more for the disc. They're going to be paying more for digital, but they're not going to stop until life itself becomes a subscription service.
There you go. Look, Durky McDurkyface numbers range. Hello, my friend. 60 GB, 58 GBs of that are texture packs.
It's true. And that's again, like there's so many things that you can point to. The reason why you have so many games that are literally just half of their download is just texture packs is because gamers as consumers signaled to the market that they care about graphics, that they will pay money for graphics. So now you have a bunch of mid-ass fucking games that come out that are like 60, 80, 120 gigabytes to install. And it's all because my reel is like the art, like you can see a very stark visual decline in the artistry of game design. And like the Halo remake that's coming out, I guess in 2 weeks now, 2 or 3 weeks now, like it's a perfect example. If you look at the artwork in like even just up to Halo 4, how unique that world is that Bungie had originally built, and that 343 were at least doing originally their due diligence and carrying forward, and now it just looks like fucking generic slop. I hate this.
What was the best of the last generation consoles? Which one was the very, very best?
The Nintendo Entertainment System.
No, I mean, which was the peak generation? Was it like the Xbox 360 or the
PlayStation 2?
I have to agree with the PlayStation 2. I think that was the peak.
I like the PlayStation 2. I think that's
Yeah,
the last
we had
one
one.
I
It's
had.
fantastic. Yeah, we had one. It's fantastic. You could play your DVDs as well. Brilliant.
That's where I played Tony Hawk. I think 2 and 3.
I ended on 360. Would it have been worth getting the next generation after that, or was 360?
No.
Not really. No, it's so like the thing about consoles, and this is probably why Nintendo manages to do so well, is like the console generations came because there was an actual evolution and there was a next step to take in the tech,
Yeah.
and there's no longer that next step. And all of like AAA and mainstream gaming is just really, really fucking comfortable because the turnover rate for drawing in a new audience of consumers and gamers is so high and so constant. So you're going to have people that came into gaming with this generation and they don't fucking know any better and they will keep buying into it versus,
okay, get
you know, like you, Brown, you stopped at the 360 and you wouldn't like, if you were to keep gaming, you wouldn't reinvest in a console today because you would have noticed the steady decline, not just in hardware and what it's doing, but also in the quality of games that you're getting on these consoles.
Okay, because I was kind of thinking maybe buy some old copies of the games I didn't play on 360.
Honestly, it'd be super cheap to find all of those.
Yeah,
too. Just
like
go ahead.
£5 for a game.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, PC gaming also kind of has contributed to that because PCs don't even come with fucking disk drives anymore. All the games that come out on PC are digital, and that's the big market right now of gaming consumers.
Okay, should we do a quick super chat then?
Sure.
Ex Flavius, ex Ranch World of Sport. £5. Thank you, my friend. I keep telling myself to stop drinking. What? But why would I listen to a drunk who talks to himself? There you go. Cheers, my friend.
But
I'm here all week. I think that's it. I do think that's it. Bear with me. Boomerang. Bear with me. I think that's it, folks. We'll see how these Fridays go, folks. I've kind of got the urge to do something a little bit different, or a little bit more relaxed on Friday. So we'll see how we go with these. So chat, you are wonderful. Thank you for the interaction, the super chats, and being there. Oh, pretty good numbers considering we've only been doing this for a few weeks, and I didn't kind of announce it, so not bad this evening. So chat, you are wonderful. We will see you. We'll be back on Sunday. Let's get the guests on. Price of Reason. Cheers, pal.
Cheers.
Vex Electronica. Cheers, Vex.
Cheers. Thank you for having me.
Cheers, Ian.
Yeah, no worries.
Just start. Cheers, my friend.
Good fun. Thanks. Bye, chat. Thanks, chat.
Mr. Brownlance. Yeah, cheers, mate. I think that's it. We will leave you with that. There you go. We are back on Sunday. It's going to be after the England match. So if we lose, I'll be in a fucking bad mood. So.
1
Who's
p.m.
England playing?
It's Mexico v England.
1 p.m. is playing. Is the
No, they've
match.
they've put it forward. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. UK.
No,
time.
they've moved. Well, according to my sister, now this kickoff is at 1 a.m.
Oh, have they moved it back? Oh,
I
so they're
don't
not
know.
okay.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay. I'll be in a good mood then. Okay. Enjoy your weekends, everybody. We'll see you Sunday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Happy 4th of July if you're in the States.
Yeah, happy 4th, everybody. Happy birthday, America.
250. Can you believe it? What? Take care, everybody.